run it, run. No, 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 ay. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do for you. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line for you. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do for you. Nonchalant, wake up feeling like I'm righteous. In my mind, see it grab me with my likeness. Up till 5, no one working like this, I guess. Put in 12-hour shifts while I write this. And I know when the black shit, they showing love. Not everyone a day one, don't lie to me. And they wanna take credit when no credit's due. Say what you want, but it don't bother me. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. Nah, no Sersky, baby girl be talking sweet but used to dirt me. Wanna take a few snaps for a story. Wasn't showing no love when we was hurting, it's funny now. Nah, no Sersky, baby girl be talking sweet but used to dirt me. Wanna take a few snaps for a story. Wasn't showing no love when we was hurting, it's funny now. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do for you. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do for you. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do.
Wanna see you with your hands up, going straight to the sky. Let me see you put your hands up. Cause we do till we die and we on another level. To the rest, wave goodbye, put baguettes in the bezel. Got a piece of the pie. Told you once, told you twice, that we only got one life. Stay up. Diamond shine, best at night. You wear yours, I'll wear mine. Go dumb tonight, tonight. Dipping low with my girls tonight. Got my ice in the clouds. Cali Dro got me feeling right with my ice in the clouds. Dipping low with my girls tonight. Got my ice in the clouds. Cali Dro got me feeling right. Wanna see you put your hands up, pointing straight to the sun. Everybody lift your bands up. Celebrate cause we won, we stay on another level. Yeah, the team stay fly, word to Bruno, get your rings up. Cause the limit is the sky. Told you once, told you twice, that we only got one life. Stay up.
this ain't what you want. I've been living at hotels for a month. I don't take any means after lunch. I've been spelling all my sneakers, I don't jump. Me and mine only tryna double up, yeah. Me and mine tryna build, come up front, yeah. Mention twice, cut once, what we on, yeah. Mention twice, cut once, what we on, yeah. I've been reading Proverbs on the walk, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains, then it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains, then it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, and here I go again. I hope y'all never ever get the chance to win. I'm Westbrook and I'm staring at the rim. Yeah. Does anybody really wanna jump with him? Yeah. I got agents who talk like friends. Yeah. I got friends only wanna talk business. I got expensive cause winning's expensive. I got expensive cause winning's expensive. I've been reading all the war, and I've been shutting down the stars. Yeah. Cause when it rains then it pours. Yeah. And I'm ready for some more. Yeah. And I've been reading all the war. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah.
On the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Stayed down, remain humble and I made it work. Crazy how I came out so clean from the dirt. We was using candles on the nights the lights ain't work. We ain't never going back to that and that I merged. Turn your back on me, the worst mistake you ever make. Keep my grass cut, gotta watch out for the snakes. If it's on my plate, best believe it's getting 8. I'm ballin' like I'm Kobe 33 before the 8. I just want the rings and the medals and the trophies. I want the Kardashians and Jenner so I know me. I wanna take a Uber to the hills to visit Chloe. I want the floor seats cause I'm tired of the nosebleeds. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. I feel like I'm Scottie Pippen, putting on the work but they don't give me no recognition. Basically the league's MVP but the P is missing. I'm the most valuable but sometimes they tend to forget it. I live my life on the edge but my back against the wall. I make sure my shoes lace cause who gon' catch me if I fall against the odds, but I'ma beat them all. I used to have a lot of friends, I never thought my day one circle be this small, but who needs love if it's fake love? I'm tryna shine like the diamonds on Mike's glove. Get in my way and you gon' feel it just like Mike's glove. I'm tryna go from burnt rugs to the red rugs. That's facts. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Who gon' stop me now? I'm on a roll, let me know. Who gon' stop me now? Who gon' stop me now? Who gon' stop me now? I'm on the roll, let me know. Who gon' stop me now? Gang, gang. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
Next time let the giant slumber. They wanna keep me down. Know my is inertia. Can't be stopped, it's unheard of. From the dirt, sweat got my feet muddy. Spend my Wednesday, might search you on my word. Path took plenty turns and wrote my confidence in cursive. When submerged, I found resolve on my purpose and tell you about it back on surface. I survived. I survived. Ever been lost in the woods, praying that it don't get dark? Ooh. Ever been in a situation couldn't win, but you still had heart? Yeah, if you anything like me, evolve from chum to shark, the hunger starts to grow apart you didn't know you had. It's like that, flip the switch, turn it up, and I'm giving it gas. I lock it in all free, adrenaline double my percent. Made a home in the unknown, I swear I never fear again. I got ice in my blood, big enough to down this shit. I don't care how bad it get, I got 10 toes down, don't forget, I survived. Survive. When you on the brink and you in too deep, when you feeling weak, when it's hard to breathe, you gon' take a knee? Never. You gon' keep it G forever. Stand up and face whatever. I'm built unique, I'm better than the hard times I seen. Crime scene, obscene, face the ugly, cover up like Maybelline. Had uncertainty and urgency, cut from me like surgery. Formed again more sturdily, personally. I don't see nobody stopping me. I don't see nobody topping me. I don't see nobody honestly. I run you over if that's what it's gotta be. And it's gotta be what I look like, having fear still haunt me. What I look like, having regret haunt me. Pay that price, I don't care what it cost me. All my life, big me against the army. I'ma push the red button on them like Atari. I'm big dog with a human like a Maltese. See more fall off than 03 tall tees. Not sorry for the way I am. Learn to ball them up with no one holding your hand. Never back down, never hide in the sand. If you ain't hear the message, let me say it again. Yo, let me say it again. I survived. I survived. I survived. I survived. I survived.
Barely breathing, don't let go. Hear the whispers, listen close. I know you've never strayed from the fold, but that's how freedom begins. Bended knees and broken bones, a bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion, be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Burn your bridges, make your choice, fight your demons, raise your voice.
When are you gonna upgrade your system?
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, But it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 mega transfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 mega transfers per second at 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
Alright guys, welcome back to yet another tournament. This time, Crucial by Micron presents Harsh Khelraay Community Clash, single elimination tournament madness. Welcome back to the casting desk as well. How are we feeling about this one?
We're feeling good. We're in the festive spirit, so hopefully we're gonna have a bang of a series over here. But yeah, it's gonna be two of the teams that you used to be seeing at these kind of stages. We're gonna have WeTried against Phoenix Gaming, as Kaka did say, and Phoenix Gaming have won a tournament, although be it the 50k. This is another one of them, so maybe this is their time to shine once again, get some more points on that Rift Ruler leaderboard that we do have, so that they can get their standings well done. But yes, both teams are pretty well known, and getting into this is gonna be a crazy event.
Yeah, WeTried as well. I think have finished second in one of these tournaments as well previously. But we are in the lower bracket, and both of these teams are fighting for their lives in this one. And speaking of which, let's look at the event schedule for the Harsh Khelraay Community Clash. There you go, registration phase, December 8th to 14th. That has been done. Single elimination matches have started. One of which will be streamed today live. That will be a best of 3 against single elimination. And 22nd, that's Sunday, December, grand finals. So a quick tournament, but again, single elimination matches, you expect that. Let's look at the prize pool as well for this. And it is
we
going
have
to be 50,000.
Yeah, 50k INR, 25 going to first. So basically, you're battling today in the semifinals for that 10k jump from that 5k for the third or fourth place to the 15k for the second, because you lock in yourself in the grand finals area. And as you know, it's a single elimination, so neither of these teams have lost a best of 3 till now, and it looks like one of them will have to go down over here. So it depends on who you're supporting in this. We tried a bit of the Pakistani side, and Phoenix Gaming, the boys from Sri Lanka. So as you know, Kaka is the good luck charm for Phoenix Gaming. So hopefully they secure that win for themselves. But hey, we're all really rooting for WeTried as well. But this is how the prize pool looks till now. And yeah, it's a 10k INR jump for whoever. So it's a substantial jump in the financial terms of what you're going to be doing today. And it is a best of 3. So I really want to see some level 1 kind of action that these teams usually do bring from the Pakistani team. At least we did see a couple in the last grand finals that we did comment on.
Yeah. In the last 50k tournament, we saw 3 Pakistani teams out of the 4 that we had in the top 4. So Pakistan showed up really big. If you remember, I think that was Odyssey winning the tournament. I want to say could have been G2R as well. Both of them had played a fantastic series as well against each other. So that was fun to watch as well. I'm showing up big. And then the fourth one was Tyson Warriors, who are still alive in this tournament as well. They will be playing on I think tomorrow in the next round. So let's see what happens there. But yeah, as you said, I am the lucky charm for the Sri Lankans, and Phoenix Gaming did win the whole thing the last time we casted for them. So that is going to be something to watch as well. As for today, Sri Lanka versus Pakistan, I think this is going to be yet another banger series. Both of these teams are just so close to each other, right? In terms of the playing level, it is going to be a fantastic series, and I think it might go all the way to the 3 games today.
Yeah, absolutely. Given the standard of both the teams, definitely we are looking maybe at a 3-game series over here, given that how these teams do like to play. And they have played against each other a bunch before, so they know each other pretty well and they're understanding how it goes down. And whoever wins will also have their eye on tomorrow's winners, right? In the other semifinals that we will be hosting. As you said, Tyson Warriors, also a very, very good team. They have sixes over there. Kagura, there's a lot of veterans in that lineup, a bit of more heavily sided team, but have done really well in all of our tournaments so far. They have a pretty good standing also in the Rift Rulers leaderboard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to be hoping that whichever team wins today has to keep in mind that they have a big hurdle ahead of them in the next team that they will be facing, and it's up to them to see how they want to play this out. And I really do want to see what goes down, because we know that we tried have won the toss and they're choosing red side, so they are favoring that counter pick at the end for themselves.
Yeah, and let's look at the brackets as well for this tournament. Again, single elimination, as we mentioned earlier. Phoenix Gaming are in the semi-finals. There you go, Phoenix Gaming versus We Tried. That's today. Winner goes to the grand final, so that's going to be something to watch as well. We will be casting it today, so clearly we are going to watch that. And then there you go, Dahaka versus Tyson Warriors. Tyson Warriors again, ever relevant in these tournaments, always finishing in top 4 at least. But as you mentioned earlier, Phoenix Gaming, if they win this tournament or even today's match as well, they will be sitting very comfortably at number 3 in the Rift Rulers leaderboard, where I believe, of course, Asterisk is number 1, previously known as TOK, and second is Kakao Gaming, right? So those two teams, they always show up in the big tournaments, but Phoenix Gaming can farm up the points in this tournament as well, Madness.
Yeah, absolutely. They can definitely farm up. If they get another, first place, that's a lot of points for them, and they'll see a significant jump for them as well. Because I think the most of their points that they've accumulated till now is in that one win they had in the tournament. So that is a way that you can catapult yourself towards the top 4 kind of standings, and that will have a huge impact towards the end of our season that we do have in these community clashes. So that's going to be hype to see what these teams do go for over here. Are they going to take it serious first game, or are they going to try and test the waters in between themselves, like come up with some bit of quirky comps and maybe go for that kind of scenario? It's fun to see as a viewer, but it's like heart pounding for fan of either team depending on what kind of comps they go for. But yes, that's just how it is. And this is an entertainment segment. We do like to be entertained, so I will be rooting for an action packed first 5 or 10 minutes in this entire game.
Yeah, it will be action-packed, but I'm not sure if these guys are not going to take it seriously. Again, single elimination, anything can happen. You lose that first game, you are in such, under such pressure. And yeah, that's how just the, cookie crumbles in this one. So that is today's preview, you can say. Phoenix Gaming versus We Tried. Again, both the teams are really good. Phoenix Gaming, I think, is comfortably Sri Lanka's best team, whereas Pakistan does have at least 3-4 teams that are fighting to be at the top spot that is currently owned by G2R. Of course, they are a strong team as well, and We Tried today's competitors. I think it's going to be a fun watch. Guys, if you do want to participate in such tournaments, join our Discord server. That's official League of Legends India and South Asia. LOLINSA. Do join that. We have a giveaway going on as well. We have a lot of giveaways going on, honestly, so don't miss out. Do join that. And, what? Yeah, free epic skins. I think that's the name of the game. All around. So yeah, do join that, and we do keep coming up with a lot of tournaments, a lot of giveaways, a lot of fun activities as well. And if you are someone who is new to the game, there's a lot of people who will be willing to teach you, so do that as well. I think I don't think you want to miss out on that if you are a League of Legends player from South Asian region. But for today's matchup, again, it's going to be a good one, so stick around for that as well. We will be starting pretty soon. As we always do, Madness customary, let's get your prediction for
the predictions. Yes, at the end of the day, it has come to the predictions. I am going to predict, maybe a bit off the meta over here. 2-1 in favor of Phoenix Gaming, because I am supporting our boys over there, because I've seen the struggle that they've gone for. They've been even scrimming pretty recently, even with the hectic, work-life schedules. They are bringing in the time to bring in those scrims, and they are trading that way. So yeah, a bit of more support that side. But yeah, 2-1. It's still going to be a very tight affair. Can easily go 2-1 either way. But I will be saying Phoenix Gaming 2-1 at least. And as Kaka has been saying a bit about events, we do have a streamer clash kind of event, a bit of a more smaller terms of streamers, but still streamers nevertheless, people you do like to see play the game, that will be taking part between the 23rd to the 25th. So that's also a hype event. It will be streamed on the Discord, and whichever team ends up winning will be ending up winning what we were talking about, those epic skins, right? So that's something that you always do want to see your favorite streamers do end up winning, skins, anyone, no matter how much money you want, free skins is free skins at the end of the day, and that's a value in itself. You can ask for anything that you do want. But thinking about that, we will be heading into the game very, very shortly over there. We tried logo, this seems to be a bit like kind of Mexican kind of vibes with, that top hat kind of things with them. But let's not delay this any further. We've headed right into this, banning phase. And they have banned out the Darius that, Hydra does like to play, but they have opted out to ban it this time for themselves.
Yeah, 100%. I think they are just afraid of Tankistan's Darius in this case. I think rightly so as well. Tankistan is pretty good on that champion. We should be expecting a few jungle bans, honestly, if you are playing against the Shy Boy. He likes to play that brand, the Nidalee, the AP sort of junglers for himself. So those could be the bans that would come in, but we will see the Poppy come in. And we have seen previously from Booyah and Tony Cruz as well, right? Favoring the Leona very heavily, even the Smolder and Vayne towards that bottom side of the map. And Casa, if I remember correctly, had one of those great Akali games and ended up losing it. I think he was 16-2 or something like that. I can't clearly remember the score, but I do remember him just dominating and still losing out. So that was very unfortunate. So these are the sort of picks that we are looking for these guys. And of course, the first game will tell us a story and how the series is going to be going through the second and third match. Xayah gets banned, very comfortable champion for Booyah. Can stay very safe towards that backline, has self-beat ultimate as well. So always a great ban. When you ban Xayah, automatically it removes the threat. Well, most of the threat coming from the Rakan as well. And Mordekaiser, I think we see Mordekaiser banned so much in our tournaments that it just looks like it's one of the most hidden, oppressive picks ever.
Yeah, absolutely. The Mordekaiser in our region gets banned a lot, and if it's not banned, it's instantly picked up by one of the other teams. And over here, maybe, now the Victor ban does come out, given his, extensive rework, especially on this patch, where his R just keeps on expanding when it gets, evolved, as well as his a bit of changes to his Q as well. Is a very OP champion, in my opinion. But yeah, in the last tournament, we did see Victor not perform that well when it was in the hands of the Unseen Blade, at least 2 times. Once in the finals, once in the lower bracket finals. It didn't work out for him that much. But this does leave open the Tarek that is also open for Tony Cruz. He does favor this champion pretty heavily. He brings it out like as a niche pick for himself when it's in the crucial, third game or second game. So let's see if he does bring that out for him. But over here we see that Phoenix Gaming with their first pick will be picking up the Ezreal for himself. A very mobile champion, does counter a lot of the engage that will be trying to bring on to the ADCs of Phoenix Gaming over here.
Yeah, 100%. And Ezreal first pick is very peculiar. You don't see that often, but Booyah is feeling very comfortable on that champion. I do, prefer the Caitlyn. You can dominate the laning phase, and once you get those 2-3 item spikes, Caitlyn is just so damn good in the team fights with the trap as well. So I really like the Caitlyn answer coming in. That means they will always be shoving in towards the side of Phoenix Gaming. I do think they could have saved that support pick and just pick the jungler here, but the Nami comes in. Not the pairing that you see a lot with the Caitlyn. You prefer something like the Lux, maybe the Morgana as well. Even the Milio works really well with the Caitlyn, but the Nami is going to come in. Maybe they just want to deny the Nami from the side of Phoenix Gaming, because Ezreal and Nami are such a great combo as well. But this should be the support pick coming in, and I am expecting an engaged support, and it looks like Maokai could be that support. Although with Maokai you can go towards that jungle role, go towards the top side as well. So a very versatile pickup for the side of Phoenix Gaming. They can still pilot that around throughout the map essentially. And Malzar, that's not something you see every day.
Yeah, and Gaza locking in that Malzo for himself. Last time I saw Phoenix Gaming winning the champion, he was a bit on the sidelines as a sixth man, as kind of a coach kind of role for himself. But this time he's in the thick of it. He is going to be there in the Rift as well, and he's locked in the Malzo for himself. As talking about the point that Kaka was making, that Maokai can be flexed so much so it leaves. We tried questioning a bit about how Phoenix Gaming are going to play this out, and it will question their draft. It said they will be locking the Talia for themselves. I think Kaka is very happy seeing this because he's one of the better players that I do know over here.
I mean, if it works, then for sure. But I don't think I have seen too many Talia players doing what can be done on that champion. So we will hold our reservations right here. I would really like to see a Y come in for the side of We Tried, or at least banned away from Phoenix Gaming. One of those really works because Talia and Y is such a great combo. You lock down one target completely by pressing that R button into the Talia combo. And Anubis has played the Talia before as well, not to great effect previously, but let's hope that changes pretty soon as more junglers will get banned. The Viego, the Kindred, I think 2 more junglers should come out and get banned in this one. Again, the Maokai has been logged, so worst case scenario, you take the Maokai into the jungle and he's still such a fantastic champion with the ultimate. But the Tamkench is going to get banned, and Hydra, I think that's targeted towards him. And we have seen the Pakistani teams play a lot of Tamkench, especially G2R. They really favor that pickup along with the Volibear. So let's see what happens when the Y gets banned. You're just talking about it. Phoenix Gaming, being the smart team that they are going to remove the possibility of the Vi and Talia combo completely.
Yeah, and I think we tried also focusing that the Maokai will not be the jungle given their Kindred ban, but yeah, facing Gamer can counter it given the kind of flex they pick up. We tried are now currently hovering the Xin Zhao for themselves. They are thinking to pick this one up. It is giving a nice kind of engage with the Nami, Xin Zhao, with the Dalia as well. So yeah, that's what they do lock in at the end of the day from themselves. That leaves them open to counter whatever top that Phoenix Gaming ends up picking. The Tamkench is out of the hands of Hydra now, given the bans that we tried did during the second phase of banning, and it looks like the Shy Boy will be hovering for the Kazakhs over there. We've seen the Kazakhs do a lot, in the hands of some very proper junglers, and yes, that's exactly what gets locked in over it. So we have a bit of an assassin type of role for Phoenix Gaming side. They will be looking to neutralize the Caitlyn or the Nami before any of these fights do break out, and now it looks like Hydra with a very safe kind of pick for himself will be looking to lock in the Nar as his blind pick. And what kind of counters do you think We Tried will go for over here, Kaka?
I mean, you could just take the Zinja top lane, although I don't think that's going to happen here. But something like the Yasuo as well. Again, a lot of champions that we don't expect We Tried to play are the sort of champions that can do well against the Nar. The Irelia does really well as well. Once you get the Blade of the Ruined King, and even before as well, once you hit level 6. So those are the sort of champions that we are looking for. But again, as we mentioned earlier, I don't think they will be going on for a strict counter pick, but the Malphite gets locked in. I really don't like the Malphite pickup in this draft, honestly. The Ezreal is a very mobile champion. Even the Malzar has the inbuilt shield as well, so in most of the team fights he should be fine standing in the back line as well. The Kazakhs can of course use his R button and just go invisible, and you don't want to target the other 2 champions. So the Malphite pickup, I would have liked to see the On instead, or something else that is much better into the enemy team comp. But the draft has been logged in for either side, and I still do like what We Tried have gotten for themselves, especially with the Talia in the mid lane. Not biased at all right there, but that should be pretty fun to watch as well. And for the other side, Phoenix Gaming, the Kazakhs pickup, in isolation does really well into the Xin Zhao, and they have covered their holes as well in terms of CC. The Maokai, the Malzar ultimate, the Nar ultimate, as well as the W for him. So it's a lot of CC that can be provided to the Kazakhs, who can get those resets and just wreak havoc into the backline or in team fights in general. So that is going to be something that we'll be keeping our eyes on. And Yeah, Madness, your thoughts on the drafts in this one?
Yeah, I don't mind the draft overall. We tried maybe a bit, not the full potential kind of live up with that Malphite at the end, given you've seen what kind of comp that Phoenix Gaming has. You could have gone, yes, you said the Ornn, a lot of more maybe CC potential, because even with that Malphite, it's very hard to cast the Ezreal, the Malzahar, as you said, in the shield spell for himself. The Kha'Zix just goes invisible. And now it depends, honestly, how the Shybot does his pathing in the level 1, right? Where he's going to be targeting and where he thinks that he can try and snowball off of. Because if this Kha'Zix snowballs pretty well, it's very hard for the Talia, the Caitlyn, or the Nami to stay alive in team fights. And here's going to have to be most of the protection as well as the Malphite. You're trying to beat the kind of disengage that they do want. But yeah, honestly, I'm favoring a bit more kind of bias given the Nar kind of pickup on the side of Phoenix Gaming. I'm favoring a bit more on their side.
Yeah, 100%. I think that makes a lot of sense as well. They have a lot of consistent damage as well as the CC coming in. But if the Xin can snowball, and if Caitlyn will always be pushing towards the side of Phoenix Gaming as well. So, the the lane matchups can be the difference in this one. And we tried, except for the top lane, I think have pretty much the winning matchups, or at least the pushing matchups coming in. So if they can get those objectives early on, and we have seen Phoenix Gaming, multiple times. And if you remember, Tony Cruz always moves around that 5-minute, 5:30 marker for the grubs. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Of course, the Maokai will do much more in team fights pre-level 6. Especially without the AD carry as well. So I think that could be game defining as well very early on, but I think that is going to be something very important to watch as well. And Xin, if he can snowball along with the Talia, they have a lot of damage as well. So this one is very, very, very close to call. And we will find out eventually who wins, but yeah, Game 1 will tell a story about Game 2 and 3. And I just noticed your Santa hat, by the way. That's looking pretty cute in the holiday season, feeling the holiday vibes as well. So that's, that's pretty cute, honestly.
Yeah, I'm on a bit of a different setup. I've come over to the city for a different kind of cause. I'm in Hyderabad currently. So the friend's place I'm staying at, he's like, yeah, why not wear the Santa hat today? I was like, yeah, I don't see any, negatives behind it. So I was like, yeah, let's just put it on.
100%.
So I've got that as well. But yeah, getting back to your facts, on paper, it's still looking, a bit, here, there, depending on how they go for it. But if this Kha'Zix, as you said, Caitlyn will be kind of perma pushing towards the positive. The Kha'Zix starts his own, raids or triggers and moves downwards in that path. And he can go for that early, given they know which kind of prior they will be ended up on the bot side. But then Maokai later on with his ultimates will be causing a bit of a problem for the side of Retry. They're gonna have to position themselves so that at least one of the tankier members gets caught by it and leaves the other ones free of it. And it depends how they play off it. And as you said, Tony Cruz does love to go for those roams for that level for the 5-minute 30, 40. He does go for his back and then goes to the Ezreal is pretty comfortable by himself also in the bot side, and that will be allowing a lot. So the Nami's gonna have to match. But this Maokai in all those fights, he just provides so much CC. It's going to be a bit harder, and we have to definitely watch out for this.
Yeah, and that's why I don't like the Nami pickup so early on. I think they could have saved that pick to pick it at R3, R4 even. Just see what the enemy is going to run for their support. And again, if you pick Ezreal, you are looking for a roaming support, because you can leave the Ezreal alone. He can just farm with his Q all the time, with range, be relatively safe, can give up a wave or two. It's completely fine for that champion. So would have really loved to see something else in support. But having said that, we are going to jump into this Game 1 of the first semi-final in the Harsh Khelraay Community Clash between Phoenix Gaming and We Tried. Standard start coming out for both the teams. Not really any sort of early shenanigans. Looking at the runes here, the Shy Boy running the Dark Harvest on the Kha'Zix, and for the other side, well, nothing that's different. And look at this, we have cameras now, so we are upgrading, and the evolution is coming in as well as all these tournaments go by. And yeah, this is fantastic to watch as well. Now we can watch their expressions when they make a good play or a bad one. Very
Ooh, and
entertaining.
talking about that, the plays have started over here. Kasa's got caught out quite a bit. He is forced to use
Oh,
the
uses his
flash
flash.
very early on. They're going to keep that timer completely in mind over there. He was just a bit aggressive, trying to maybe get some vision for himself. He does have that ward plays down, but now he is flashless. It's going to provide a very early gank. He's going to even have to TP in to try and get there as fast as possible so he doesn't miss too
Oh,
much
that's
of
a
the level
big loss.
difference. Yeah, that's absolutely a huge loss for him. So in the bot side, you can see the Caitlyn's running the exhaust with the heal of the Nami, so they can be looking to go for some plays. Tony Cruz has his standard ignite, while the Ezreal has a standard barrier for themselves. And now with these player cams, you get to see a bit of the reactions and how players, think about while they're going for certain moves overall. The Gentleman Nar in the top against you, Skinless, or your Malphite is going to be putting in. She's going to try and get as much as he can do in the first living procs. Because once he gets to level 2 with those W stacks, will be doing a lot of damage, and Malphite's going to have to keep his distance. Trying to maybe try and keep the wave as mid centric as possible and not get it over pushed on either side. And right now he's definitely respecting the Malphite, because his Qs also do a bunch of damage, especially when you have started Doran's
Yeah,
ring. So
100%.
he's gonna be looking for that. And now, as you can see, in the bot side, the Caitlyn is not pushed in as much as we do like to. She is taking it a bit slower, maybe anticipating how Kha'Zix will start. They did see that the Kha'Zix has got his, he started bot side with that ward that they have put in over there, and both junglers going in the opposite direction. Kha'Zix moving from bot to top, while Zinja moving top to bottom. Over here, Hydra getting a bit worse for
Oh my
trades. He
god.
doesn't get the stack off, but no, he does get the third W hit with his last auto there. But the Q from the
Yeah, but
Malphite just pretty much nulling all of that. Yep.
yeah, I don't think that makes a lot of difference because Malphite is so strong,
Mm-hmm.
especially in these early levels when you're running the Arcane Comet uh, with the Doran's Ring, right? You deal so much damage at level 3. I'm sure he has gotten 2 points in the queue as well, and there you go, another chunk of damage coming in. But look at the Kha'Zix, he's looking towards the top side. Meanwhile, we have a gank in the mid lane. Xin Zhao is going to find his knockup with the Talia, finishes off that kill for first blood, but the other jungler, the Shy Boy, is towards the top side of the map, punishing Tankistan for his aggressiveness right there, with having burned his flash as well. So that's going to be a 1v1, 1-for-1 rather, but it is sort of in favor for We Tried because they did get that ever important first blood in the mid lane.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just following up on that flash that Malzahar burned really early on, given his a bit of aggression,
Oh,
where the Zinjao and Talia did. Nice damage there onto the Maokai. He does heal up quite a bit more of the minions later on. But yes, nice focus by We tried to get that first blood. They get it over before the Kazakhs can manage to get the kill on the top side on the overextended Malphite over there. Malphite should have maybe anticipated, given that they know the pathing of the Kazakhs, he should know the
yeah,
Kazakhs is
yeah,
near there
yeah,
at that point, and maybe I kept that in mind and maybe
100%.
not kept it like that. Now we know Nar is TP-less, while a nice Mega Nar jump into the W. Nice sidestep
Oh,
from the Malphite with that extra movement for him. But look at this. Zinjao is going a bit aggressive here. He's going to get this pink ward and maybe even go a bit further and try to catch this Kha'Zix in his own jungle. He's clearing pretty much a lot of vision, even removes that side orb as well, and will be now focusing towards that Drake that will be spawning in a couple of seconds time. His bot should be having prior, but the Ezreal's up in CS. But right now over here, the Kha'Zix has jumped forward onto the Talia, but here's Zinjao for the backup. The Q does land, the W does land as
oh, beautiful.
well, and the Talia flashes away to safety, and that's another kill for the Zinjao over here for the side of WeChat, and he's looking to be a bit of a tanky boy.
Yeah, 100%. Has still not gone back to buy his items, by the way. So that's there as well. We'll keep an eye on that. What he decides to buy should be the Sundered Sky first item coming in, or even the Black Cleaver. Honestly, both of those items are pretty good. As Maokai, the Tony Cruz and Casa are looking to punish this call that has come in from the side of We Tried right there, as Tony Cruz flashes in, roots the Xin Zhao, and he's going to get ignited and shut down by Casa, as Nami's running for her life as well. Might have to burn her flash. Let's see if she does not need to actually. Yeah, there you go. Tony Cruz punished for his over aggressiveness right there. So it's going to be a 1-for-1, but We Tried did get that Ocean Drake for themselves, so I think they will be calling worth on that one. And yeah, that was a good skirmish to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And now This is how he does die in that fight, but Caitlyn does pick up a crucial kill for herself to balance it out on the bot side. Ezreal already has his tier, already at 21 stacks on that item for him, so we'll be trying to build up. But now, what's up next is the Grubs. And Tony Cruz, as you said before, is on his way over here. But there are much more members of Retry, because even the Caitlyns over here from their side, the Ezreal's left to farm free bot, but this dictates that Retry will be getting all three or getting one of the grubs, because two of them were already picked up by Phoenix's side. So they get up one Drake for all this trouble of rotating so many members. Now the Delia has gone bot and switched with the Caitlyn Nami duo in the mid lane, and they'll be trying to pick up some CS there, because Ezreal has been getting a lot of free hits on minions and trying to stack up his tier against the Delia. Will be trying to get some kills, lands one over there, but the level difference will be a bit too significant for him to try to go for anything, even with the amount of poke that he does maintain. In the top side, 10 CS in the favor of the Nar, but that is a given how he is right now with the laning stage, halfway in that Mega Nar bar as well. This Malphite will be coming much more crucial in team fights, because his ultimate is much more easy to land, because you have to wait for the Nar to hit Mega before he can actually do anything of significance in any sort of team fight scenario.
Yeah, 100%. And Manis, I really want you to ask me about the Talia items, because what the hell is going on there? First component for her is the haunting guys with the tier. That makes no sense. You don't have that sort of damage in the early game that the percentage DPS would make any sort of difference. Just go for the lost chapter, get that extra mana, extra AP, extra CDR on your spells as well. But yeah, that's just a very greedy buy. I really don't like seeing that, especially on the champions that I play quite often and have played a lot of as well. So yeah, that really hope he fixes that. But let's see, he is looking to recall, so might end up completing that Leandries, and I'm gonna be even more sad after that. But having said that, the grubs will be coming in soon. Talia uses her ultimate towards that bot side of the map, but Hydra is just going to flash away, and the TP has been burned as well from the side of Casa. The Shy Boy connects his W, but I don't think there's anything left for Phoenix Gaming over in the top side anymore. Quick reactions from the side of Casa, but I think he should have waited a few seconds before TPing, essentially waste that summoner spells completely. And it looks like the Talia is going to complete her Leandries regardless, so what the hell do I know?
Yeah, she gets the Fate Ashes in her component, so they're on the way for that. Now having to walk to lane, she is up around 9 CS to 8 CS onto the Maltazar. But yeah, Casa maybe should have, be erred on the side of caution and waited a bit to see if the fight was honestly going to break out, because Nar had already burnt his flash to get out of any situation where he would have, maybe fallen off at that point. But now he's going to be pushing up again right now. No help for, the Malphite right now. He's trying to get some, trade damage, but it's just not enough, especially with that Q hitting on the third of the W. He doesn't get the last third W as well, so that would have been a lot of damage. The W does land from the Xin Zhao. He's one level behind the Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix does go R, does go invisible, but I don't think he has the damage right now. He's trying to do a lot. Has to, leap away from the Kha'Zix is running into a lot of trouble, but no, it's the Xin Zhao who gets caught out by the ultimate from the Malphite, and he's the one that goes down at the end. Had an excellent start to, the first 10 minutes, but wait, hold that thought. Hydra is not caught out of position, doesn't have the flash anymore, is still alive, but look at this, it's the backup from the rest of his team, and that is a very extended fight that goes on, gives another couple of shutdowns towards the side of the jungler of Phoenix Gaming. So the Shy Boy is pretty fed after that exchange. Does leap out just in time to not give the kill to the Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao gets caught out, but so does Hydra, given he doesn't have the flash. And the wave is kind of pushing in on the top side towards his own turret, and he has got his TP back, so will be making time to get that CS for himself. So not that much loss for him side, but yes, Kha'Zix is, the major benefactor of that fight, and the Tony Cruz with his roams coming in crucial with that ultimate as well.
Yeah, 100%. Let's get a replay of that as well when we can. Actually, let's hold that thought because we might have another fight coming in towards his grubs. And that's what I was speaking about earlier as well, right? The Talia, if you rush Leandries, you lack so much damage, and we could see the full rotation of Q connected onto the Nar, but he just did not take any damage because of how low the Talia is when it comes to the ability power
Mm-hmm.
and just not dealing a lot of damage. Honestly, really beautifully played by the Shy Boy as well, just using his jump, dodging the crescent slash from Zinjao that would have ended up killing him. So really well played, and as you said, he is the benefactor for that one. From the whole exchange, has the 100 gold bounty shut down on him, has the ghost blade completed, has the plated steel caps completed. As we see another gang coming in towards that top side, the
Ooh, that's a
Malphite
flash
ultimate
just
will
now.
connect, the knockup comes in, and the Zinjao is going to seal the deal towards that top side. That should have been expected as well, because the grubs were
Mm-hmm.
just taken away. So Hydra not respecting the enemy jungler and his positioning at all, ends up paying for it with his life and a couple of plates towards that top side of the map. As in the bot side, uh,
Oh,
again
it's breaking
disrespect
out
coming in
over
from the
here.
side of We Tried here.
Nice Malphite,
Yeah.
sorry, Malzahar ultimate onto the Caitlyn. This Kazik secures that kill for himself. The rest of Vitra have to scatter over here, and yes, nice collapse from themselves. They recognize that two more members were on the top side. They can take advantage over here. No, Booyah has basically not left this bot side, has kept on farming up, so is more up in numbers against the Caitlyn right now. Has stacked his tier at 174, so now it's even harder for Talia and this Nami to walk over because they are worried about maybe getting jumped from this side, but no, it looks like Phoenix Gaming are giving up this pressure. The bubble from Nami does land, but no much follow up at the back of it. Not much you can do. Top side, Hydra didn't have much. They lose the first turret as well. So a lot of gold getting funneled into Vitra side. But even then, Phoenix Gaming are on top right now. We try to have 4 of the 6 grubs, so they have that extra void link for themselves. They got the first Drake as well, the Ocean Drake. Infernal does go over to Phoenix Gaming at the end of the day, so they have 1 Drake and 2 grubs. So in jungle terms, it is only a difference of basically around 2 grubs in the favor of Retried, and now is what they can make up from that. But the Bernard has fallen significantly behind after losing his turret, but is so much up in CS compared to the Malphite right now. So even then, he can challenge it a lot. He is still matching up in levels, even after repeated ganks on his top side. But as I did point out, after those grubs did go around, you have to be a bit more aware over the Hydra. Maybe back off a bit, especially when you don't have Flash in your arsenal. The Rift Herald's up around 30 seconds time. That's going to be the next objective these teams fight over. Even Tony Cruz has back to go over for there right now.
Yeah, 100%. And the dragon again has been taken away from the side of Phoenix, so they have picked up the Infernal Dragon for themselves. The Caitlyn is in the mid lane. The plates are going to go off in 10 seconds, so well, not a lot of plates picked up except for the top side, but the whole turret was picked up from the side of We Tried. And as you mentioned earlier, and how the Nar got caught for some reason there, so that is going to cost him dearly. Even if he's up in CS, the goal difference shouldn't be that much, honestly. As you can see, uncompleted items for both the sides. The Sunfire coming in for the side of Tankistan pretty soon, so he will stay true to his name, and he is going to be very tanky in these team fights. And if they can deal with the Malzar, there's not a lot of champions that are going to deal a lot of damage to Tankistan in this one. So that is going to be something that we'll keep an eye on as well, as the Rift Herald has started from the side of
Mm-hmm.
Beat, right? So they feel really strong right now, and they feel like they can
Oh, but the
contest
TP from the
these
Mother is coming in
objectives.
from behind. Now all 5 members will be meeting each other over here. Let's see who gets the rift. Essentially, they're trying to lock down the Ninja, but nice ultimate from him pushes all the members of Phoenix Gaming back. The
Oh,
Maokai is called out. The ultimate from the Malthazar does land onto him, but look at this, it's the red team. We tried picking up that Rift Herald. The Kazakhs has not stopping over here. The Shy Boy is going further. He picks up the Nami for the troubles, gets 2 kills for himself with the following of Tony Cruz in that fight. So it's a 1-for-2 exchange in favor of We Tried. In favor of Phoenix Gaming, and We Tried to end up picking up the Rift Herald at the end of the day. So I think they will count their lucky stars how that exchange went off, and the nice ultimate from the Xinjiao to provide enough disengage to allow him to pick up the Rift also. Now Hydra is against the Talia over here. They are going to have a bit of exchange, and Hydra coming out worse for wear. Essentially, at the end of the day, if the W does land, it does. And now Hydra is looking like he's at the end of his lifespan, but no, a nice E does have to be matched up with the Flash to get away from the last Q. The Italian does land over there, and that's Hydra getting away with his life. But even then, has to be forced to burn that summoner spell. That can be crucial later on for like Mega Nar ultimate engage.
yeah, just I mean that fight looked like it was We Tried Well, they were the ones who started the Rift Herald in the first place, and Malphite did land a beautiful ultimate onto 3 people, knocking all of them up. Uh, but Anubis was not there to follow up on the great engage. Could have easily gotten a kill or two if he was there on time, but unfortunately they were distracted by the Kazakhs, who ended up getting 2 more kills for himself. So he is 6-1-1 now, hasn't gone back in a bit, is going to do so, and let's see what he picks up, because I am suspecting that he has a lot of gold. There you go, Edge of Night and a longsword picked up, so he had more than 3000 gold for himself. And the Shy Boy is looking so strong in this game. uh, the Nami, the Caitlyn, the Talia, such squishy targets for him to pick up. And if he finds them isolated, it's just going to be good night for them, as the Dragon again is started from beat right. They are first to every objective, it looks like. They keep starting, as Tony Cruz is going to connect his ultimate.
Yeah, and the Kazakhs does take away the dragon as well. Tony Cruz does give up his life, but provides an excellent time for we tried to try and back off, but no, it is the Caitlyn picking up a double kill on the Gnar and on that Maokai. And the Ezreal has to try and get out of it, but it's not enough right now. It has to be burned first, the flash as well as his E, but does go down, and that's Caitlyn picking up another, and this time being a shutdown. So 3 kills for the ADC of We Tried in that fight, but Phoenix Gaming do end up picking up that crucial Drake for themselves, that being the Mountain Drake, and they are one more step closer to the soul point of that Drake over here. And they were, honestly, if We Tried does end up getting this Drake, they would be so far ahead in jungle objectives, especially with the Rift Herald now settling comfortably in the hands of Xinjiao. But they definitely made Phoenix Gaming pay for that engage over there. Tony Cruz goes down, Booyah goes down, and then Hydra goes down. It's just so many more members for one Drake in that fight, especially a shutdown goal that gets transferred over to your ADC and accelerates the Caitlyn more closer towards her Infinity Age, where she gets a bit more of her power spike. That's honestly I would call worth it. I would honestly call that worth it in the side of We Tried side.
Yeah, and while we are paused, let's look at the replay of that fight as well. Again, Dragon started from the side of We Tried. Tony Cruz comes into the pit, uses his ultimate. The Malzar is going to use his ultimate as well. This is the previous fight that we had, actually. Phoenix Gaming, I mean, look at that Malphite ultimate, right? Knocking up 3 people, but just not enough uh, to finish off anyone essentially. And the Kazakhs just bought so much time in. Booyah from the side getting exhausted, but just able to arcane shift away from trouble, did survive. And this is the fight. There you go, Tony Cruz, great engage. The ultimate from Alzar comes in, so that's why Hira could not use his might, because he was suppressed. But then he uses his ultimate and just negates all the damage coming in from the side of Phoenix Gaming. And Caitlyn, Samir on the Caitlyn picks up the double kill for himself. Yeah, huge for him. 4-1. While the fight was going on, picks up another kill here onto Booyah, uses his ultimate point blank actually to get the shutdown bounty for himself. And he is going to pick up the Infinity Edge as well once he finishes his recall. And now that's a scary Caitlyn. Um, when you get those 2 items, and if you can get one more in the rapid fire or the LDR, I don't think that's going to be the choice for sure. So yeah, Caitlyn will be dealing a lot of damage as well, and the Talia as well will have the Seraphs completed. And those 2 items now have such great synergy, because they make Talia such a tanky champion to deal with as well. So the targets for Casa are reducing ever so slowly, but he will be struggling to target one champion who is going to instantly die from his ultimate.
Yeah, absolutely. And last time he did, target very well in the fight, where he did target the jungler, prevented, he got him suppressed, the Ninja was suppressed, leads to, Phoenix Gaming getting the smite, especially with, the Maokai ultimate also preventing other members of We Try to walk forward in there. They do end up winning it, but yeah, just huge for the Caitlyn, does pick up so many kills, 3 kills, even a shutdown as at that point. And now it looks like she has been accepted. But after all is said and done, it's only 300 gold in the favor of Retried at the end of the day. So not much separating these teams in terms of gold, but a lot of the gold of Phoenix's side is being funneled onto that Kha'Zix, and now it's going to be harder for Kha'Zix to pick up targets. Given now, the Talia is not one of them that you can go for. The Caitlyn, Nami again one, but you have the Malphite, the Xinjiao disengaged, plus the Talia and Nami disengaged as well. So it's going to be much harder for the Shy Boy to actually try and isolate kind of fights that he does want to go for. And yeah, Buyan has to just keep on trying to hit from behind. He's still not completed his tier stacks completely. Or at he has to get to the 350 mark. His mana moon is also not completed. So Will also
Yeah.
is behind in items to his counterpart, the Caitlyn, who has, as you did rightly point out, completes the Infinity Edge after her back, has that in her pocket, has level 1 boots, but the and also the Shy Boy is trying to isolate a fight against the Malphite over here, gets a bunch of damage against him, but has to fall back.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? The Shy Boy has majority of the chunk of the gold uh, from his team, right? 2 items completed, 6-1 and 1, still the 400 gold bounty on his head. But as we just saw, level 10 Malphite really not taking a lot of damage right there. On one item, Malphite again has a lot of armor for himself from his passive, from his E as well, so he is going to be fine. The Sterix gauge has been completed for the Xinjiao as well, so he is going to be fine as well, not going to get assassinated. So it just reduces the number of targets that the Shy Boy has, and all the gold might not be just as useful or sufficient on him, and we will have to wait for Casa to complete his items as well, as the Deandre is almost done. So all the pressure of dealing the damage is going to come on that Malzar for the at least the next 5-10 minutes till the mid game is over, and the Ezreal has a couple of items completed for himself, namely the Cyril does as well, so he can chunk out those Qs and just keep on poking. But for now, we tried looking really strong. 510 Caitlyn, 2 items completed, 2 really expensive items actually completed. Imperial Mandate for the Nami as well to give the extra bonus onto the Caitlyn to deal more damage. 2 items completed for the Talia as well. Just picked up the Archangel staff that will be turned into Seraph's Embrace pretty soon, as the Herald has been used towards that mid side of the map, and that turret might go down soon. But the engage is coming in. The Caitlyn has to burn her flash. She's going to go down soon.
Yeah, he does go. Not gone down quite a lot yet. The Malphite, the re-engage from Retried over here after that Malphite ultimate does go down. Has picked up 4 members of Phoenix Gaming. That should definitely Baron, especially after this tier 2 mid-turn that they will be picking up. The only member of Phoenix Gaming is Brienne, and there's nothing that the man can do in this scenario. Has to watch while his tier 2 goes down. They can even maybe try to push further, but for Baron, and looks like the call from Retried is to push further. They have a lot of melting potential. Tony Cruz is the only member up right now. They get the tier 3 and the mid right now.
Just to cut you off right there, Madness, Phoenix Gaming is pinging the ward that has been placed towards the mid side of the map, so they might look to TP there. Never mind. Samir is going to find that one and just remove it. I really don't like what we tried just did. They could have easily gotten the Baron after picking up the tier 2 turret, and then could have revisited that mid lane and taken the inhib for themselves. But I think that's such a big miss from their end. But getting that fight, getting the 5 for nothing is so huge though, and we could see the difference in items coming in for both the teams right there, as Baron started actually from the side of Phoenix Gaming. No, they are going to just jump away from it, so that looked kind of exciting for a second right there. Let's get the replay of that fight before we get the dragon coming up on the rift. And another fight started from Phoenix Gaming, could not finish the Caitlyn on time, and boy did they pay for it.
Yeah, they definitely did, and now Phoenix Gaming do realize, that TP is coming up. The Nar has his TP up as well, so in case, they get collapsed, he can go for that. Tony Cruz also ultimate is going to be up pretty soon. They can't try to go for any fight before that crucial ultimate is up for themselves. Looks like Retried are starting this Drake for themselves. They are jumping they're trying to melt it as fast as they can. The Malzahar is on the other side of the map, but does have TP right now, and this dragon is getting melted pretty fast. Booyah does chunk his ultimate, but I don't think there's any hopes of a steal even close by. And we try to pick up their second Drake of their game, another mountain for themselves. The Talia instantly TP's top side to pick up some waves for herself. And looks like there's a collapse coming in for Phoenix Gaming side. Will they even manage to catch out anyone? The Nami goes down solo, flashes away, but goes down to the Shy Boy at the end of the day. And one by one, the members of We Tried are trying to run away. We have Killian puts out some crucial traps that does deter the members of Phoenix Gaming to from this, and they will be looking to pick up the tier 2 in response to all of this. In the meantime, the Talia is still pushing up on the top side towards the mid tier 2 of Phoenix Gaming right now.
Yeah, and really well played from the side of Phoenix Gaming. They saw the Talia teeping towards that top side of the map, so they thought they could start a fight there. End up killing the Nami and getting the mid tier 2 turret for the Dragon. So I don't think that's a bad trade in any scenario. But look at this: the Talia is going to look to run right there, but gets caught. Should have used her ultimate early, but the Maokai is going to follow with the W.
Is following.
And that's a big journey that he took right there. Has to burn his flash to get away. That was scary for Tony Cruz right there.
Yeah, the man went on a journey that he did not sign up for, essentially, at that point. Xinjia was right there, so he has to burn his flash. Won't be having that for the next fight. Now, some pings at the Baron. They're trying to clear up as much vision provided for their side, but there are already 2 pings sitting there currently, and neither team is clearing it out right now. The Nar is on the bot side, being pushed against that Malphite over there. Malphite's TP is up very shortly as well, so that's pretty standard from both top laners. Being on the opposite, giving the Baron objective is up right now, and looks like a bit of grouping from Phoenix Gaming side. They are going to be looking to take this 4v4 exchange, even though they are relatively on the weaker side. The Caitlyn has got the last whisper complete as well, so we'll be doing a bunch of damage to the Nar as well as the Maokai, who has built up a bit of tanky scenario. But looks like the Baron's not even in question. They're trying to get a pick off before any of that. Xinjiao's on the bottom side of the map and has been spotted out right now. Kazix is backing for his own reset and looks to be seeing the Talia has gone back on the top side and is trying to get more pressure. The Q from the Malphite does deter the Nar from going a step further and just resets across the map for the side of Retry, and as they try to go for it there. But a lot of things coming on to the Baron right now from the side of Phoenix Gaming. They might try to rush this over given they've seen so many recalls happening right now.
Yeah, but I do think we tried have some sort of idea that this has been started, but they are very slow on the map. So I think this objective is essentially dead, and it's a great call coming out from Phoenix Gaming, realizing that the whole of V-Tride has just backed off. The TP is going to come in as well for Hydra. The Nami ultimate is going to come in as well. The Malphite is here. Let's see if he decides to go in. The Xinjiao goes in, gets stunned from the Nar. Nar is just going to get melted there, but let's see if they can minimize the loss right here. The flash comes in from the Talia to finish off the Malzar right there. The heal has been used as well to save the Malphite. So a 2 for nothing for the side of We Tried, but and a big but Phoenix Gaming run away with that Baron buff.
Yeah, they do run over. 3 members are strong with it right now. The Ezreal is being pushed a bit, towards this tier 2 in the top side. The Ninja is close by for any sort of collapse in case the Ezreal and Arcane shifts forward. But a lot of members of Retread are here currently. They're going to try and get this started before anything else does go down. But now, given that Kazis is close by, maybe a bit aware of it. Nice Arcane shift forward into the W into the Q from the Ezreal. Does get a lot of damage onto the Caitlyn. The Kazis is right around the corner, but his W does miss, and they are thinking better of it. Just essentially a reset from the side of Retry after getting the after neutralizing 2 of the Baron buffs on the side of Phoenix Gaming, and now we are going at a more slower pace. The Dragon's up in 1 minute's time, and it's going to be all eyes on that prize, given that whoever gets it will be on soul point, irrespective of which team does. The Caitlyn has completed the Lord Doms, has the Infinity Edge, has the Collectors. It's a huge factor in these fights if she's allowed to free
she's
hit.
big. Yeah, she's just so big in these team fights, especially with the Nami coming in as well to enhance her auto attack. So don't be surprised if a headshot just chunks the Ezreal to around 20-30% HP because of how ahead the Caitlyn is right now. 3 items completed, as you rightly said. So, but we are not too behind on the Ezreal as well. Is going to pick up the Sereldas pretty soon. I do believe, though, I think he messed up the build. So you do pick up the Brutalizer instead of the Caulfield's hammer right there. So let's see if that delays his build Malzar using the TP very early on, actually, still sitting on 2 items, has the Giant's Belt as well as the Am Tome. So running towards the Rylai's Scepter, but not completing as the Nar goes
Ooh,
in.
the
The
Nar
ultimate
goes
connects onto
big.
4 people.
But nice Nami disengage as well. Nar does go down, and no members know. Wait, make that the Malphite going down in the fight over there. So both top laners are exchanging that fight. The Dragon has been started up by Phoenix Gaming side. It's going below half HP right now, but nice Talia wall does cut off the Kazakhs. Has to maybe leap forward to try to go for the seal. The Zinjao does go for who gets it in the end. The Zinjao who picks up the Mountain Drake for the side of WeTried, and now WeTried are trying to scatter for the hills. They've got what they have come for. A nice amount of damage from Kuya, but he is singled out. No, but that down goes the Zinjao. Down goes the Caitlyn. Huge shutdowns being picked up. Down goes the Nami. And all 5 members of WeTried are wiped from the map for 2 of Phoenix Gaming, but WeTried do pick up that Mountain Drake. Now are on Soul Point, and it looks like Phoenix Gaming are going to be trying to get this tier 2 turret, at least for their troubles in this fight.
Oh man, that was so well played from the side of Booyah, just flanking on that Ezreal, connecting so many crucial cues, and then getting the pressure onto himself, and then surviving the whole fight, getting the A's for his team, as the Malphite is going to get caught, has to burn his flash to get out of that situation. So the Dragon was picked up from the side of WeTried, but they were aced for it, and they lose the T2 turret in the bottom side as well. So that's a lot of gold that Phoenix Gaming just picked up. They were behind 2 to 3,000 gold before that team fight, but now look at the gold difference, right? 2,000 gold ahead for the side of Phoenix Gaming as they make their way into uh, this game. The Serildars completed for Booyah as well as the Tunneler picked. Uh, Making towards that Spear of the Shogun. 3 items completed for the Malzar as well. That's his core items completed. So he will be making that Zonia's or Void Staff pretty soon as well. 3 items for the Shy Boy as well on the Kazakhs has picked up the Hex Drinker. So he is going to be fine now dealing with the Talia. So again, a huge gold swing for the side of Phoenix Gaming. They are behind in kills, but they are pretty ahead in gold now. I mean, that was a 4 to 5,000 gold swing coming in just off the back of one single team fight.
Yeah, and Booyah played that so excellent. Real ultimate into the queue, Arcane Shift forward into the queue, onto the Zinjao, just neglected any HP that he had in his bar, and that just started, Phoenix Gaming's confidence that they can take this entire fight at the end of it. So huge plays coming up to the ADC of Phoenix Gaming in that exchange over there. But now, not a lot of objectives. The next objective is that Baron in 1 minute's time, and that's where you should be setting up essentially. Both top laners do have their TP, so we'll be matching in the bot side against each other. The Caitlyn Nami are roaming around. Caitlyn already has her Boots of Swiftness also completed, so we'll have that added reduction to the slows as well as the speed for herself. Has a dagger in her pocket, so maybe going towards that rapid fire right about next. Nice. This Booyah is just, unleashing these ultimates off cooldown essentially to get as much clear as he can for himself, getting a lot of stacks on his passive as well. He also does a lot of damage to the tanks now of WeTried with the Shirley's Grudge. Now, as you can see in the Baron cam you have in the bottom left of your screen, the Baron is coming up pretty soon in 50 seconds time. So that's why you see all the members of WeTried are towards this top quadrant of the map. The Nar is going to get his free push in the bot side, has the TP if he needs to come in for the fights. The recall channel by the Talia to try and match him over here has her own TP, so it goes for that. But yeah, this is how the fight does break down. The Malphite has to be there right then, because if he needs his ultimate, especially before any honest fight breaks out, or if they can go for any catch potential, that's where he needs to be. But no, Baron has been started off like the boys of Phoenix Gaming right now. That's a very good call. The Nami had just about
again,
back right
WeTried
there.
had no idea.
Remember. Yeah, WeTried have no idea right now. They have an inkling right now that Shy Boy, Zahira does go into the pit, but that's instantly Malzahar suppressed after the Baron does go down. So that's his life given in for the tried attempt of the steal. But yes, now look at the gold swell for the side of Phoenix Gaming. Around 4k gold up in their favor, and they have all odds in their court right now.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that was a 50-50 coming in, but again, the Kazakhs can isolate and with his Q and then smite. So I think that was the difference right there, as Hira ends up going down, but I mean, he had to take that chance, right? But again, WeTried getting caught with their pants down as soon as the Baron spawns, uh, losing it out once again. But this time they are not going to get those extra kills for themselves, as Phoenix Gaming pick it up cleanly and even kill the enemy jungler. And look at that, the dragon is going to spawn pretty soon as well, in 20 seconds. And this is the soul for V-Tride and soul point for Phoenix Gaming. So this might be yet another fight, unless Phoenix Gaming just decide to push towards that mid lane. I think that is what should happen. They should just push there uh, and just secure the inhibitor instead of the dragon for themselves.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like that's what happening. The RTP is coming in. The fights are breaking out over here. They're just trying to test the water. W of the Kazakhstan lands on 3 members of We Tried over there. The blue side of alteration also comes out, but that's also neutralized. But the We Tried are the ones who end up starting this Drake. They realize their pressure. The Nar has pushed that in pretty deep. He doesn't have a TP for this fight. So as Kaka rightly pointed out, it looks like they are going to be giving this up. The Kazakhs is trying to go in, but does not get there in time. The Mauk ultimate block by the Malphite allows the Zinjao to pick it up, but he will be giving up his own life at the end of the day. Now Zinjao is caught a bit in no man's land. He has no backup. The Arcane Ship gets him out of any kind of danger, and that will be the Zinjao going down. But look at where the base is of We Try. It's in shambles right now, and all the backs are being stopped. And yes, an excellent macro call out coming out from Phoenix Gaming side. 3 members of We Tried are down right now. The Baron empowered Phoenix Gaming are marching themselves away to maybe the game 1 victory of this series right now. And I don't think that mountain buff is going to make much of a difference to the 2 members of We Tried left standing.
Trading Mountain Dragon for your Nexus is never a good call, as they lose out on another inhib towards the top side of the map. The flash is going to come in from the side of Maokai. The Kazakhs jumps in as well to finish the kill onto the poor Talia. Maokai is going to end up going down. The ultimate from Malzar is going to connect onto the Malphite, who is not going to take a lot of damage. But look at all the minions coming in, and that's going to be it for game 1. Phoenix Gaming take the lead in semi-final number 1, and that was a very close game till it wasn't. Phoenix Gaming just getting those Baron buffs for themselves and then ending it as soon as the dragon spawned.
Yeah, and an excellent call on their part in the end, right? Where Kaka was so rightfully pointing out that you just end up barreling down with the Nar even TP'd in for that, basically, to push that wave in. They don't mind giving up. They even tried to go for the steal on their part, but Malphite blocks it, gives up his life. The Zinjao gets caught out in no man's land of that, no backup. And after that, the Phoenix Gaming realized if you stop the backs, you win the game. So that's exactly what they did to the Nami. The Nami could not recall. She goes down in that, and then at the end of the day, not much you can do from the side of We tried to stop it. It did look like a very close affair essentially in the beginning, where most of the jungle objectives were going in favor of We Try, but at the end of the day, Phoenix Gaming with excellent shot calling from the side of Casa did end up securing that game 1 of this best of 3 series for themselves.
Yeah, 100%, and really well played from the Shy Boy as well, making that Kazakhs look pretty good, getting the second kill of the game, first kill for himself, and then just making what, remember, he was the one who had all the kills almost for his team and all the gold as well, so it was up to him to carry. And huge shout out to Booyah as well in the team fights, right? He was the flanking SDL, just connecting all of these Arcane Mystic shots and then Arcane shifting inside the team and still surviving those team fights. So that was a treat to watch as well. And ultimately Phoenix Gaming off the Baron buff calls twice in the same game, just great shot calling coming out from their side and winning this game 1, taking the 1-0 lead. Let's look at the crucial moments as well, and I'm pretty sure this was a very close game till all the Barons that spawned, and then it looked like We Tried was just getting caught for no reason at all. Look at this, Zinjao started off so well. Got the dragon here as well, 2-0 and 0. Obviously did not go back early on, so he was pretty behind in terms of tempo and items. But yeah, I really feel like Talia could have snowballed more had she had not gone for that Liandry's first item, which clearly I did not like as much. Did lose out on a lot of damage in the early game. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
then
this was
nice Malphite ultimate over here. 4-man gets the knockup, provides enough, disengage for the side of Phoenix Gaming. Cannot even try and contest. Phoenix Gaming go for, the, consolation kills at the end of it. Get 2 of them in the Malphite in the Nami for themselves. So this is what was happening. One team was getting the objective, and they were getting the other team was getting the kills after the objective. But this is where it swings quite a bit. Phoenix Gaming pick up that Drake for themselves. That delay, the Mountain Soul more for We Tried, because they would have been at one much further. And knockers that We Tried are the ones who had their Drake stolen away from him. They end up picking up 3 kills. This is where the Caitlyn goes huge, gets 3 for herself. Over here, where Phoenix Gaming have a nice engage, they just cannot nail down the Caitlyn enough. Just not enough, final execute kind of damage for their side, and that's where more members of them go down. After We Tried go for, the engage. After that, they get more members, and it was looking like a bit more favored We Tried at, the 20-minute mark where they were up in goal. Even this nice, Talia wall to blocks off so much. But now when We Tried are the ones who get it, look who's there in that tribush on the side. It's Booyah. Nice ultimate comes out for him. Nice arc and shift forward. Just so much damage coming out. And once he's being allowed to free hit when the Maokai goes in further, prevents any members of, We Tried jumping onto him. This is a bit of a turning point because Phoenix Gaming get the ace over here. They have some excellent macro calls where they get that push in. And right about here, you can see where it does all end before this final fight. They get the Mountain Drake, but they give up so much. Right now, even when the Mountain Drake was being taken, the Malzahar and the Nar are in the base of We Try, just hammering away at it. The backs have even been stopped. All that's left is the Talia and the Caitlyn. Not much they can do much in that scenario, even with, the Mountain Drake. The Malphite comes in for one last ditch ultimate of himself. Even then, doesn't get any member. The Caitlyn will end up dying in her own fountain after the Ezreal WQ and the arc and shift forward. Malphite goes down, and that is GG on game 1, our first semi-finals over here in the best of 3 series, going over in favor of Phoenix Gaming.
Yeah, and goal difference is, of course, has plummeted quite a bit after the 30-minute marker. Almost 9,000, 10,000 goal difference, 10 turrets to 5. The Dragon Soul, funnily enough, was picked up by We Tried, so they were doing pretty well. Void Grubs as well, 4 for them, 1 Rift Herald. But the game changer were the Baron buffs, 2 Barons for the side of Phoenix Gaming. And if you remember in the mid game, right, when they went all the way for the T3 turret in the mid lane, and I was saying that maybe you should have picked up the Baron. I think that turned out to be a big blunder from the side of We Tried as they lose this game 1. And Phoenix Gaming, of course, is doing so well in picking apart the mistakes coming from the side of We Tried and just taking this one home.
Especially toward the later stage of the game, they picked apart a lot of mistakes, isolating a lot of fights. Kha'Zix did very well, and just that amazing macro call towards the end, because even they were down in objectives, they didn't let that sway them. They were getting up in the Barons where they got 2 of the 2 that were spawned. They get that, they push it in. Just well played for it. It was more of the lengthier side of games that we do see. 34 minutes is a bit of a timer on this region at least. But yeah, that being said, let's look a bit at the crucial MVP of this game. I think it has to be the man isolating most of these fights. Is gonna have to be Kha'Zix right there, the shy boy looking so ever pleasant. 10, 2, and 6. He did have a substantial goal funnel into him in the beginning, and he took it all the way home, essentially towards the end, where he was such a big threat over there. They didn't even realize their base was in shambles in the side of We Tried, and he just took it all the way. He just justified how much gold was funneled into him and played it excellently. And this seems to be a pick that We Tried have to be fearful in the future.
Yeah, 100%. And we talked about how the Shy Boy has been one of the carries for the side of Phoenix Gaming. He shows up whenever it matters the most, right? Playing the Brand, playing the Nocturne, now the Kha'Zix as well. Really well played from his side, and a deserved MVP as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He just played phenomenally over here. We were questioning a bit about how, the side of We Tried were drafting a bit, that Malphite pick later on, and that where it does come in crucial a bit in these team fights, because you do catch a lot of members, but you don't catch Booyah like you saw later on in some of those Dragon fights, and it was the point that turned a lot in the favor of Phoenix Gaming at that point, and now with this one game lead for themselves, they will have that motivation for them going on into game 2, have the momentum as well, so they will be doing that further. And let's see, Kaka, do you think WeTry can come back at this point?
Yeah, 100%. I think if they just shore up their mistakes, like only a few of them, I think they have a good chance coming into the second game as well. But we will find out after a very short break, guys. So stick around and we will see you very, very soon. Don't go anywhere.
But that's how freedom begins. Bended knees and broken bones. A bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes.
Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning.
Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Burn your bridges, make your choice. Fight your demons, raise your voice. They're only silent if we're making noise. So let the battle begin. Bended knees and broken bones. A bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries.
We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning.
Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for.
Revolution. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution.
Yeah, I was undercover, wrote me off like the others, but I had secrets inside. You didn't pay attention, like an experiment. No, you're gonna pay for your crimes. I'll change your perspective, I'll teach you a lesson. Look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Trying to take me down. Lost but now found. Used to be the victim in the dead of night, but I can be a villain in the moonlight. Look at me now. In the moonlight. I'll make it my mission. Oh yeah, I'll have you wishing you could go back in time to never test my limits. Nothing you say will fix it. I'm too out of my mind. You're riding high, but I've got you this time. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Trying to take me down. Lost but now found. Used to be the victim in the dead of night, but I can be a villain in the moonlight. Look at me now. In the moonlight. Got you this time, you can't hide.
unless the price is right. I wanna cash out, take a stack out, hit a jet in the morning. Riding away, was making the waves, no time for crying and moaning. Rolling the blaze, catch of the day, just got this morning. Taking my time, you'll be amazed. Yeah, I got it.
Hey, run it, run. No, hey. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do for you. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line for you. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do for you. Nonchalant, wake up feeling like I'm righteous. In my mind, see it grab me with my likeness. Up till 5, no one working like this, I guess. Put in 12-hour shifts while I write this. And I know when the black shit, they showing love. Not everyone a day one, don't lie to me. And they wanna take credit when no credit's due. Say what you want, but it don't bother me. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. Nah, no Sersky, baby girl be talking sweet but used to dirt me. Wanna take a few snaps for a story. Wasn't showing no love when we was hurting, it's funny now. Nah, no Sersky, baby girl be talking sweet but used to dirt me. Wanna take a few snaps for a story. Wasn't showing no love when we was hurting, it's funny now. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do for you. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do for you. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling
see you with your hands up. Going straight to the sky, let me see you put your hands up. Cause we do till we die and we on another level. To the rest, wave goodbye, put baguettes in the benzo. Got a piece of the pie. Told you once, told you twice that we only got one life. Stay up. Diamond shine, best at night.
Guys, welcome back to this banger of an event. Crucial by Macron presents Harsh Khelraay Community Clash. We're in the first semi-finals over here, and it's already 1-0 in the favor of Phoenix Gaming against We Tried. And the boys from Sri Lanka, with an excellent macro call towards the end, secure their first victory in this series. And it's looking like it's going to be a tough scenario, given that they were equal for most of this matchup over here now.
Yeah, I think that was a very close game. We did actually try, but of course blundered here and there, and that proved to be very costly. Phoenix Gaming taking no prisoners, taking 2 Barons and ending the game instantly off that. So that was game 1. That was very, very close. I think we should expect more of the same coming in this game 2 as well. But the sides have been switched for this one, so We Tried will be, I believe, in the blue side coming into this game 2, and that should shuffle out a lot of picks. The Ezreal first pick came in. We didn't like it that much, but again, Booyah just performing beautifully on that champion, especially in team fights, and making it work. So we will be looking at the drafts for game 2 pretty soon between these two teams. And yeah, I mean, again, very close to call game 1 and the series as well so far. So it's going to be very interesting, and if we can go level 1-1 or go to game 3 as well. I think both the scenarios are pretty valid in this one because of how well both these teams are playing actually.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we see that sides have swapped. We Tried now on the blue side, Phoenix Gaming on the red side. Standard first bans from both sides. Zaya from We Tried and Darius from the side of Phoenix Gaming. They really don't want to play against Tankistan's Darius, so that has been completely neutralized over here. And it's going to be interesting what kind of first picks they go for over here, because last time we did see Phoenix Gaming go for that Ezreal first pick. Bit questionable given that kind of choices that you did have, and Ezreal is usually not a first pick kind of champion. But now We Tried, after that entire matchup, are like, no, we don't want to deal with this champion at all. We're going to ban it as our second ban. Phoenix Gaming going with their own second ban that they did go with in game 1 as well. The Tristanas are no longer in the picture, so that has been removed as well. Now it's up to if they want to focus any, jungler kind of bans, because, on the side of the Shy Boy very well on the Kha'Zix, but I don't think you're going to target him that much. Instead, you're going to try and counter him in case that does end up picked up from them. But I think that was a one and done from the side of Shy Boy, and he's going to maybe try and go for something else. So We Tried, with the only change in the banning that they have done is that Ezreal, the Poppy, still remains, and Poppy, a very crucial champion as a support, as a top laner, as jungler, can be played so much flexed. And Phoenix Gaming coming in with the same ban that they did in game 1, as well as the third ban that Mordecai, that's so much talked about champion in our region. If he's not banned, he is picked. So in this case, he's banned, given that We Tried to have first pick. So very smart choice from Phoenix Gaming. Now it's up to see what We Tried go for.
Yeah, and that leaves the Victor open as well. So maybe We Tried decides to pick it first. Never mind, the Viego is going to come in for Hira. Still the Victor is open. Jungle pick, of course, has been displayed from the side of We Tried. Phoenix Gaming now have their pick of the litter right here, can pick the ADC as well, since we have already seen 3 bans. So that's half of the bans going on to these AD carries, which are not so overpowered anymore. But that looks like the theme of the series in this one. The Kindred, which was previously banned from the side of We Tried, actually is going to come in for Phoenix Gaming really early on to counter the Viego and deny the resets from him. And let's see if an AD carry is picked right here. The Caitlyn is open, the Jinx is open, so I think Ashe as well. So 3 of these AD carries, you can pick them, and it's really good. But the Galio looks like the choice for Casa. or Tony Cruz towards that mid side or bot side of the map can be flexed, although I really prefer Galio to be mid lane because that support you can get hard countered by these long range AD carries and the enchanter supports as well. So let's see if we tried have the read over here that Phoenix Gaming might be running the Galio towards that bot side of the map.
Yeah, and Galio maybe favorite more mid because also he has a lot of roam potential, right, for himself. He can go up or down wherever he wants to, so it provides a lot of engage potential for him. No, but it looks like we tried our locking in that rel, a very very important support, can do a lot of CC in the hands of maybe Nomanizer over here. So that is what we tried. So maybe pair it up with your ADC over here, see what you can go for. Last match we tried had banned the Kindred, albeit in phase 2 of banning, so now Phoenix Gaming don't even want to go there before they pick it up. A Samira pickup from We Tried comes in over here, not often seen towards the semi-final or the final stages of our tournaments, but this is going to definitely spice things up, maybe in the hands of Samir over here. So the Samira Rel combo in the bot lane is also going to be pretty deadly, and that leaves open what Phoenix Gaming are going to open up here.
Yeah, and Samir and Samira sounds like a match made in heaven as well. So let's see how that goes around in the bot side of the map. Again, a very snowballing champion. If you get ahead, you can do a lot of damage in the team fight. But against the Kindred and Galio, I'm not sure if that pick is going to work out to its limit. And the Ziggs will be logged in for Booyah in the bot lane as well. So it's a lot of pushing power, a lot of turret taking potential towards that bot side of the map, and a lot of AP heavy composition for the side of Phoenix Gaming so far. They are going to ban out the Talia against Anubis. I don't think that Talia was worthy of a ban, but the Phoenix Gaming don't really feel comfortable playing against that, so respectable ban coming in. The Maokai will get banned from the side of We Tried. Phoenix Gaming, of course, Tony Cruz on that champion looked pretty good. Again, the Galio could be support, so that's the power of that pick, and picking it early, as well as you can flex it and just bait out the bans from the side of We Tried, who will ban the Silas away from Anubis in this one. Again, they have a lot of great ultimates, so I think that makes a lot of sense. And let's see what We Tried decide to ban for themselves now.
Also, the Victor is still left open. Pretty valid champion over here, no matter which way you see it. Has a lot of potential, but now We Tried don't want to deal with Hydra's Gnar. Gnar had two, I think, if I can remember, very substantial ultimates where he did lock it in with his Flash Mega Gnar E double hop that he did go for. So maybe that's what they want to counter, kind of engage that they have to be worried about. So that gets banned out. Now it looks like Phoenix Gaming are hovering that Leona instead for themselves as what's going with the Ziggs in the bot side, and that looks to be the lock-in over there. So this pretty much confirms that the Galio is going into that mid lane. So now it comes up to We Tried to what do they want to do to answer any of these picks, because all you can honestly answer here is that mid lane Galio pick, given that the top laner of Phoenix Gaming has been reserved as the counter match. Even in the first match, We Tried are the ones who left the counter pick open for their top, but they chose a Malphite over there that didn't come into the fruition. They had a couple of good ultimates, but not what they did. And now the Swain lock up from We Tried. Swain, in my opinion, a very very OP champion if played in the right hands. Can pull a lot of damage, can pull a lot of CC. His ult just keeps on going in team fights. So it's going to be interesting to see if this goes top or mid. It's depending on what We Tried pick as their last. And with this Olaf hover, I think they are signaling us that the Swade will be going mid side while Tangistan will be going with the Olaf in the top. And Phoenix Gaming are hovering the Cassandra as the counter over here, but now quickly switching that hover over to the drop. So maybe that's the answer they can go from the matchup. But now with that last hover that they're going for with the Calm Kench, it does remind me that the Calm Kench has not been banned. And now in the hands of Hydra can be a lot. But they're just playing with their minds. In the end, they just lock in the Jax for themselves. So they have a pretty well-rounded CC comp in the terms of Phoenix Gaming comp over here.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of CC in this comp coming in. Especially the Jax pickup, I really like it. Can do pretty well into the Olaf, of course. With your counter strike, you can negate a lot of damage that will be coming out from the side of Tankistan. So punishing that blind pick really well right there. I really like that pickup. The picks have been confirmed for both of these sides. The draft has been logged in, and I really like Phoenix Gaming's draft so far. I mean, they have a lot of CC, a lot of AP damage, a lot of AD damage as well, and again the split put potential, push potential rather, coming in from the side of Hydra on that Jax is going to be scary in the late game. For V-Tride, we have a Swain coming in. I am, unlike you, not a big fan of this champion. Has been nerfed quite a bit after the changes that were made, and I just feel like Galio is just a better champion. So that is my opinion, of course. That it turns out Anubis is a really great Swain player, then it could be a different story as well, right? So yeah, I mean, game 2, this is going to be close yet again, and I still favor Phoenix Gaming in this one.
Yeah, and Phoenix even pretty well around the 2 ADs. Jack's a bit of a hybrid, you know. You have the Ziggs, Galio for your AP kind of ratios, and then you have the Leona for a lot of CC on her side. So Phoenix Gaming will have their work cut out for them. They're going to be pretty huge against it. We tried to see a bit more of a rank kind of calm kind of scenario. They've brought in the Swain mid. We don't usually see it over here, but the Samira, Rel bot will be pretty dominant. But there's so much you can do to stop the Samira ultimate, right? The Leon has the disengage, the Galio has their own taunt, the Ziggs itself satchel is a lot as well. So this is just it's going to be up to how we try to play it out. If hero does get resets, it can be a lot, but the Shy Boy with the counter on the Kindred with the ultimate does prevent a lot of that. So it's just going to be see what can we try to go for over here, and just on maybe let the Shy Boy get his stacks that he can get on some of the jungle camps that will be spawning in we try side given the algorithm of League of Legends right now.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, we will be jumping into a game very soon, guys. Meanwhile, do join our Discord channel, do follow our socials, as well as we have a lot of these tournaments coming in the future as well, so you don't want to miss out. The giveaways especially going on right now, you stand a chance to win the epic skins. And if you're not interested in any of these things and just want to play the game, then we have a lot of people that will be very happy to guide you and to teach you the game. So, well, join the Discord server, and you don't want to miss out on that one for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's just about getting into the game right now, madness. The teams are logged in, they are ready and waiting as well, and so are we. This is the semi-final one, and whoever wins, of course, will be jumping into the grand finals, qualifying for that grand final, which will be handled this Sunday, and that is going to be very interesting as well. And of course, Tyson Warriors are watching as well. They are going to play tomorrow, and this is a series to keep an eye on for sure.
Yeah, definitely they're going to be keeping an eye on their opponent, but they have to remind they have their own game as well in the next semifinals. But yeah, it's now where we try to have their backs against the wall. If they lose, they're out of the tournament. They will be going home only with that 10k INR for themselves. And Phoenix Gaming have the upper foot. They have the momentum in their favor. They have the better, in my opinion at least, a better comp as well. And yeah, they flex that nice Ziggs as well. So you have a pretty balanced out team. You have so much CC in that roster. It's just going to be a bit of an uphill struggle, a bit more for the side of We Tried, and it's going to be about how that jungler honestly performs there. If We Tried's jungler does get his resets, it can change a bit how the scenario goes. And they do like to favor a lot of the jungle objectives early on, but down the blue side a bit of a harder time given how red side will be countering We Tried. And even last time when they did, they may even get the Dragon Soul, it was in favor of their Nexus going down. So now they have to go for scenarios where they have the better GTO, the better game theory optimization, honestly in that favor, the better opportunity cost and how they go for it. And I just want to see how this Olaf performs in the top against the Jax, because that's a very, very good pickup as the counter pick, unlike what We Tried did with their own counter pick of the Malphite. And now the Jax can perform very well, has a very good split potential, and in Hydra's hand, a man who does like to go for these kind of roles where he does pull a lot of aggro towards himself, it will open up so much more avenues for his own team to go for a much more, relaxed kind of scenario around, jungle objectives, and will pretty much pull a lot of pressure towards himself. And with the Darius, even then when he does have just not even a TP, he has the Ghost and Flash. He still pulls so many. So I just want to see what he does on this Jax. I've seen I think once or twice from his side. So he's going to be one of the better Jaxes that I do come across, and I just want to see how he does against the Olaf, because I think he will do phenomenal. And if he gets the early advantage, is pretty much sealed for the side of We Tried.
Yeah, 100%. It's a very favorable matchup as well, and that's what you get when you get the counter pick. Can't be picking champions like Olaf blindly. Of course, it's much safer to play the tanks. We are going to find out all about it as the game 2 has started. And I mean, look at that. Not a standard start coming in. The Shy Boy uh, putting a war towards the blue side jungle of We Tried, just checking where the Viego is going to start his buff. But the Viego did back off, gets the sweeper for himself, is going to remove the ward from there and get himself 10-15 gold.
Yeah, and the Shy Boy did eat an axe for the favor, so he in return also goes back to base, picks up his own sweeper for later on, and will be starting towards the boss of the jungle. So as we did see in the first game, its opposite side starts with the junglers. We tried on the blue side, the Viego will be starting towards his own blue buff, but no, he's going to be starting the wolves. So maybe gonna team up a gank on the top side kind of scenario. Both on the bot side, both sides have gone for a kind of cheese strat where they're hiding in the bush right now, not revealing too much. The Kindred will be going towards her own blue buff on the red side, so she is going to be picking that up. Now, the Viego has had a very weird pathing. He's going to be picking up the wolves, then going to the chickens instead, or his red buff, and will be favoring towards the bot side. So it's depending on how he goes, because I think because of that ward spottage earlier and then he removes it, he thinks that Phoenix Gaming thinks that he is on the top side, and that's how he's going to try and counter it with his own gameplay over here.
Yeah, I think he might be complicating his pathing quite a bit there, starting the wolves, then getting the red. I'm not too sure where you go from there. Maybe you go for the golems, it looks like he will. So he is going to eventually path towards that top side of the map, is going to get level 3 by doing these golems, I believe. And yeah, Kindred gets spotted, but he is taking more of a standard route right there. Never mind, as I say that, he is good jumping towards that mid side of the map uh, to invade the enemy raptors right there. Not sure what he's looking to do. Never mind, there's a flash towards the mid lane from Galio. Taunt is going to miss, answered with the flash from Anubis as well. That's, I think, a flash for flash trade is something that you will take as a Galio and Kindred. Now you have a lane to play towards as well. So yeah, I mean, as long as you make the pathing work and you blow the flashes, I think it's perfectly fine. Yeah, and towards the top side here, Jax, of course, getting the push in. Another gang coming in towards the mid side. Actually, the root is going to miss. The stun connects from the Viego, but the Galio is going to be just fine. Justice punches away from trouble, and that is going to be very easy for him. Kindred is going to be the benefactor of that, actually, as the Viego is pathing towards the top side. And the Kindred, the Shy Boy, running towards that bot side of the map to secure the crab for himself. Look at that, Tony Cruz as well, standing and guarding the scuttle crab for his jungler right there. Yeah, and that is going to be the first mark coming in for the Kindred.
Yeah, she picks it up pretty comfortably in the top side. The Olaf has a lead on the CS. Finally, the Viego gets his own blue buff over here. He's had a very great kind of jungle path, but the Kindred is looking maybe to mid, but is going for the recall, and that's an objective test. Opportunity does come up. Now you see the Swain. The repeat gank does come in, but maybe just not enough. You do get the taunt, you do get the third stack from the Kindred, but it's just not the final amount of damage. He is pretty weakened, so the Swain has to recall, go for the TV back in. The lane has been frozen significantly to the bot side right now. The Samira is fighting with the Rel. You can see the Leona and the Ziggs are keeping their distance. The Ziggs will be scaling quite significantly, has two biscuits, has two pots, while the Samira has already burned through her own health pot, so that is out of the window as well. Now looks like an engage trying to be started up from the Rel, but instantly satcheled
Instantly
away.
denied, yeah.
Instantly denied, honestly, by Booyah there with his satchel. Tries to get some of the creeps with his E as well, but is running very low on mana, but does have his own TP to come back to lane. The dragon has spawned as well 7 seconds ago. It's going to be an Ocean Drake for our first Drake. We do have a slight pause coming in while we can see that gives us a bit of a time to see how the scenarios are going out on the map. The Kindred has picked up her own control ward, Sir Dirk as well. Viego has a curved bow and longsword in his own arsenal. The Olaf has a phage completed, while the Jax doesn't have his back yet completed as well. And Olaf is doing this back, given how far that wave is being pushed forward. He can come back comfortably to lane without burning his TP, so he will also have that, plus the added itemization for himself as well.
Yeah, 100%. And Recurve Bob as well, picked up from the side of Viego. So looks like he will be making that Blade of the Ruined King. Maybe goes for the Kraken Slayer as well. Serrated Dirk on the Kindred, as you pointed out. So that's going to be a collector coming in pretty soon. And again, I think the action is going to be around this mid lane, as the grubs are also going to come in 20 seconds, as you can already see. Nominizer moving towards the mid side of the map. Tony Cruz is going to answer that as well by doing the same. But Booyah is moving as well, and Samir has just recalled. So let's see if he parts there as well. The grubs have not been started yet. So that is going to be very interesting, and see who goes for it first. As Samira is going towards that bot side of the map actually, so it is going to be a 4v5 here. The roots connect. The Swain has to burn his ultimate, but he's just going to die because it was a 4v5.
Yeah, it was a 4v5, and yeah, given that the what do you call it, the bot laner of We Tried wasn't there in the picture, maybe just not what you advised. Maybe they didn't anticipate Booyah will be coming as well, given how the pathing of Samira was.
Yeah,
But they pick up first blood over there. They pick up all three grubs, and just a bit of a tricky scenario over there.
Yeah, Booyah has the TP, right? So he can move up for that, and if the wave crashes towards that turret, he can just TP away, but he's going to save that as well. Just look at that little yordle, just going to run out of trouble towards that bot side of the map. Anubis did TP towards that bot side. Never mind, he walked there. The Shibo is going to get out of trouble, but the Olaf is going to be in trouble here. Never mind, he is healing up as well. It's a 3 versus 1. I'm not sure why Hydra has decided to go, and he might end up going down as well. Never mind, is going to burn his flash and still go down.
No, I think the leap strike is enough to get away. It depends on what the Viego. If he lands his W over here, he can maybe try and get somebody, but he is far away. The W anticipation did not land. Shibo went the opposite direction, so that is being burned. But Hydra does burn his flash for that fight. Kasa did come in to save his own jungler, but ends up giving up his own life, equalizing the kill scores at that point, and we tried to take whatever they can get at that point, getting the pick up on the mid lane, and the Galio has to walk back into lane as well, just in time to catch that wave crashing over there. The Shibo will be picking up his blue buff, another dragon spawn, maybe trying to look for that, given that maybe they know that Viego's towards still the top side of the map. If they have the inkling of that, they can go for honestly this dragon, even with that percentage HP bar of the Shibo.
Should suspect it, provided the
they should honestly suspect it. There.
Yeah.
And now the Scuttle has spawned. Viego will be looking to pick that up to deny another mark for the Kindred, and now it should be looking like Kaza is going pretty deep over here to get some vision for his team. Gets that nice ward placed near the red buff, so we'll be knowing if the Viego is close by, because the red buff has not been spawned to picked up by his side, and now Kindred should honestly be looking to walk towards this Drake. Pings are coming in. Bot also has private completely right now in the hands of Booyah, and Swain has switched with the Samira for the bot and mid, and now it looks like a very late Drake being picked up at the 9 minute. The first Drake will be coming in towards the side of Phoenix Gaming, because there is no match that can come up, and maybe even a trap set up for this red buff, given that ward that was placed by Kasa very early on.
Yeah, I don't think they should be fighting there, but yeah, again, just punishing. We tried gaming's a recall timer right there, right? They're picking up the grubs, all three for themselves, rotating there faster and first. And now again, as Jax is going to burn his ultimate to try to 1v1 this Olaf, who uses his ultimate as well, is not going to get stunned, so he's fine, but might end up going down. This is so close. Tankistan barely winning that one, but is going to get so ahead now after getting that solo kill. Is going to shove out the wave in as well. The Kindred is pathing towards that top side. Might have been spotted, and Nomanizer is already there to cover for his top lane. The Shy Boy is going to pick up this wave, so some gold for him, but a huge loss towards that top side for the counter pick. Jax 15 CS behind, 2 kills behind as well, and this Olaf might get scary.
Yeah, very scary. That was a very close call there at the top side. The last axe does land onto the Jackson's head, claiming that goal for the Olaf right there. He gets the wave pushed in significantly. Jax misses out on a bunch of CS. And Olaf's already on his way up top right there with his complete steel caps, has the phage, has 2 long swords, has the control ward as well. Later put in the bush in the river. The Casta is now facing against Samira and Red in the mid side. Has enough push that he can push this Samira back all the way. The bot side is facing against the Swain right now, pretty much even in CS except for the top and jungle right now, whereas the Viego's around 9 CS ahead, while the Olaf's
Has a
10 CS
completed
ahead.
item as well.
It does have a completed item. You are not wrong. And now this Olaf is being pretty wary about this, given that Grubs has spawned off. He knows the Kindred is going to be more towards the top side. Fight is breaking out. The bone plating is
Oh, he might just
neutralized
get caught
from
there.
the Jax, and he is getting caught out. There are 4 members on him. The TP is coming in on him, but I think this Olaf is going down. The Swain is now being caught a bit in no man's land, but he is very huge. Kindred having to channel her ultimate over here. Very low HP bars from the side of
my.
Phoenix Gaming. They are slow and there are no more, essentially 3 members going down over there in that fight. The Jax has to run away for his life. The Ziggs had even TP'd in for the fight, could not do much, and now it's like WeTrack will be picking up the remaining 3 grubs as well.
Yeah, that was a wombo combo coming in. Look at the instant replay coming in. The Olaf goes down very early on, but he takes so much time to die. Look at that, deals a lot of damage to Shy Boy, almost finishing him right there. And then the Swain goes in. The ultimate from Galio was actually denied right there, and there you go. The Viego ultimate followed up with the Samira R 4-man knock up into 4-man ultimate. That was beautiful to watch, and what a team fight coming in from the side of We Tried right there. All 4 of them almost at full HP, only losing the Olaf. Pick up a lot of kills for themselves, as Samir is going to get caught, is just going to ignore the Kindred and recall anyway. Olaf picking up a lot of plates towards his bot side of the map, and Hydra is really struggling to find a place for himself in this match so far, but Booyah could be the one that can maybe rescue Phoenix Gaming from this early game, because they are now almost 2,500 gold behind.
Yeah, they are pretty significantly behind right now, around that much margin in goal. And now they have 3 grubs to 3 grubs, but Phoenix Gaming do have that crucial 1 Drake for themselves. The Olaf is matching against the Jax. The Counter Strike does land, but the ultimate from the Olaf does deny that. The Jax having to queue away is just going to end up actually burning the Olaf ultimate over there. Kasa has come to meet up the Swain. The taunt does land on him. The Swain triggers his own ultimate. Kasa thinking better of it to fight a Swain in his own ultimate, but does get rooted up in position and is taking quite a bit of damage. But the Swain is also pretty low on CS. Does go forward, does get the Q off, but at the end of the day, the fights do break out. The Viego was there to shadow just in case, but now realizes he has to back, given that the Drake is coming up in 30 seconds time. It's almost at the same timer around the Rift Herald as well, so it's going to be an interesting choice of macro right now. What you do choose, you honestly go for the the Drake that does farm up. The Kindred does get his own blue buff right now. The Rift Herald will shortly be forming just around 12 seconds before the Mountain Drake, so now you have a bit of difference in timers as well. But recalls coming in all across the map from the side of WeTried, and they are now have towards the Drake. Given that Kasa doesn't even have his TP right now that they should know, but the counter strike from the Jax does land on the Olaf, does some damage, but just not enough. Now the Olaf thinks that he has the advantage. Jax has to channel his own ultimate to stay alive in that encounter. Does back away, and now it looks like we're setting up for that crucial Drake fight.
Yeah, and Hydra needs to be very careful when he uses his counter strike right there, because if the Olaf can just run out of it and then try to come in by connecting one of his axes, he is going to win that trade. So Hydra cannot be greedy when it comes to trading right there. And I think this exchange works out for Phoenix Gaming pretty well, losing out the Rift Herald and picking up the second dragon for themselves. So in 10 minutes time, if they can pick one more, that could be Dragon Soul coming in as well. Ziggs is going to use his ultimate to spot out. We tried taking that Rift Herald, can't really do much about it, can't steal it obviously against the Viego, who has almost completed his jungle item, well, completed the stacks of his jungle item. Only one camp remaining on that. Shutdown bounty on him, 150 gold, 100 on the Samira and 100 on Booyah. So next team fights, we will be keeping an eye on these three champions who will give more gold when they end up dying. Luden's Tempest completed for the Ziggs along with the Sorcerer's Boots. Of course has the tier as well at 222 stacks, but this Samira, man, might have Infinity Edge in the next 2-3 minutes, and once he does, he is going to be so useful in the team fights. And Phoenix Gaming will have to eliminate that Samira, or they might just get penta killed by that champion, because she's so great in team fights.
Yeah, honestly, you're gonna have to do a lot. She's gonna hit that nice, interesting power spike for herself. But let's hold that thought. The counter strike does land onto the Olaf. He triggers the ultimate a bit too late. Does hit his own ghost. But I don't think you're catching this Jax about here, because I think he can even get away even if you go that close. He did have a leap strike available to him, but does not have a ward to jump to. Will be just basically forced on the turret. But now that's an Olaf without a ghost for the next fight that does break out. But there's a lot of time between the next objectives.
Hydra is being very greedy right here by staying under the turret. Now finally decides to move out. The Shy Boy is going to get caught instead by Hera. Takes 60% of his HP and damages. Is going to run away. Of course, it is... never mind, the Olaf just going to use the Rift Herald again there as well. Gets the hit onto the second turret. TP is going to get used by Hydra right there. The Chemtech Dragon has... Chemtech Soul will come up, so I was going to speak about that. A lot of fruits on the map, so you don't really need to go back. You can just pick one of these up, get yourself to sustainable HP and just clear the jungle, as well as he is looking to complete his jungle item as well. Just got done with that as well. Not too much going on the map currently, so these guys are just going to farm a bit, wait for the next dragon to come in. That is going to be in 2 minutes, and I think we will see another team fight running around there.
Yeah, honestly, that's where you will see honestly more of the action right now. More members of Phoenix Gaming are going to the top side, so maybe a dive is being set up onto this Sword over here. You should have an idea after that ward is getting cleared on that side. A lot of members over there onto him. The taunt does land. This Swain is looking like he's destined for the grayscale on the bot side. The Olaf is going against one-on-one against the Jax. Jax is going towards the wrong side of the map over here. Has to wait for his counter-strike to do something. The counter-strike does land, does leap strike away, and he gets away. Well played from Hydra over there to wait out the timing for his counter-strike. Gets the stun off, gets the leap strike onto the minions, does manage to get away in the scenario. On the top side, the Swain does get dove. He does get a successful kill pick up for Phoenix Gaming. They have neutralized somewhat of the gold lead that WeTry did have. Now it's around 0.3 or 300 gold right now in the favor of WeTry. But Phoenix Gaming have that crucial 2 Drakes all to themselves, and their next Drake will be the soul point if they manage to pick that up. But the Olaf is split pushing very well. The Ziggs using his ultimate to clear up that wave that was near the turret that allows Jax to walk up. Jax is following the Olaf, is not letting up, but that's also
Olaf does not have his ultimate up actually.
Leona doesn't have his Olaf doesn't have his ult, doesn't have the ghost. Not much you can do in this scenario. He uses his stride breaker to maybe slow down some of the pace. But now with this engage that does come out onto him, not much can be said right now. Now Viego's also come here to die as well. Viego goes down. The Galio is here for the disengage right there. Swain is pretty healthy in this scenario, but look who's here. Samira does a lot of damage over here, but not enough HP bar. She does channel her ultimate, has hit the S grade, but does go down. A shutdown going over to the Jax right there, and it looks like it's going all in favor of Phoenix Gaming at the end of those fights.
Yeah, and that was a 4v5. The Ziggs was not even there, so Tankistan getting caught that cost his team quite a lot. The Swain TP is in as well, but did not have his ultimate available. I might end up using it now. Let's see if he decides to. But the Olaf is TPing in as well, and Phoenix Gaming might have overextended. The Olaf comes in, finishes off the Kindred, who still had her ultimate available, is going to kill the Galio as well as the Leona. That's going to be a very easy triple kill for Tankistan, and Phoenix Gaming just overstaying their welcome towards that bot side. Pay for it heavily. Triple kill to the Olaf, and they are going to lose the dragon as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not much else can be said.
I
It
think
was
that
just
was
an
expected.
overextend by Phoenix Gaming. They had it all in the bag. Now you overextend, you give up some more kills to the side of We Tried, who are not that much lacking in the goal, and as well as they get the Drake for themselves, getting their own solo Drake that they have, got for themselves, the only chem tech right now. On the top side, Hydra was looking to push it in, was getting matched by the way and chooses to back off. Barrett has also been up for around 45 seconds time, so that will be maybe the next fight that does go down. That's why you see the Jax trying to pick up this scuttle that provides vision for his team before any fights do break out. The Ziggs heading bot side right now has his own TP, but the Galio is already there. Maybe it should be Galio should be going towards the fight, given that he does not have TP, but he has his ultimate. Maybe for the engage that you do want to go for. The Kindred picking up her own red buff, giving it to her entire team. The Jax is looking maybe to catch up the Swain over here, but there are members of We Tried very close by in case the Jax goes. He does land the counter strike, but the Swain is there with backup. And now it looks like Hydra has been caught out essentially, but no, Hydra's going forward. He picks up the Swain. Now Shy Boy's here as the backup for Hydra, and now it looks like the Rel has been caught out. But nice flash over from the Viego. The W does land. The Kindred ultimate has been channeled, but there goes down Hydra. There goes down Shy Boy, and now this might be a Baron up and over for the taking.
Yeah, and you get the kill onto Anubis, but it's not worth it at all as the rest of the team is playing so far away from the map. The Ziggs can't follow up onto the fight. The Leona could not join up as well, and Casa was splitting towards that bot side of the map, so he was not in the range to use his ultimate as well. So a very aggressive play coming out from Hydra, and that is going to cost him and his jungler their lives. The Ziggs ultimate, of course, denying any sort of pressure coming in from the side of We Tried. They can't pick up that turret towards that top side of the map. And look at the items as well. The Seraph's Embrace completed, Luden's Tempest completed. It looks like he's going for the Liandry's as well. So the Ziggs is going to just deal so much damage. Has perfect CS as well, 10 CS per minute. Looking really, really strong, and that is the way to victory as well for the side of Phoenix Gaming. Look at the goal difference. It's barely anything, 300-400 goal difference between these two sides. And this is again a very close game, and any sort of mistakes could just blow the game wide open. So for the side of Phoenix Gaming and Hydra especially, he cannot afford to do what he just did and be so aggressive, knowing his teammates cannot follow up on his engage.
Yeah, and nice flash W by the Viego also into that fight. Did a lot of CC there, but yeah, just you can't just keep on relying on this Kindred doll to bail you out of these kind of scenarios. Especially Hydra, you should have been maybe aware that given that this is the only objective of the map currently up, that most of We Tried's side will be there to even back up for the Swain. He does manage to get the Swain, but he loses much more in return, just not going in their favor. And now the Drake's up in around 2 minutes 5 seconds time. That's going to be also something that you have to work around, and going to be a macro call about who goes for Baron, who goes for Drake. And now Phoenix Gaming are going, if they get Drake, will be on Soul Point. Hydra does have his Trinity, does have his Sundras, but is getting matched pretty well by Olaf when he's going on the side, especially if Olaf does have his own ultimate. The Swain with his Rylai's Scepter will be doing a lot of slows in this fight. Samira has her Collectors as her Infinity, has a Last Whisper, so heading up even further in that department. The Galio doesn't have much in terms of protection against anything but a magic resist, given his hollow radiance. Is also looking to build up a Leander's or Black Torch, but it's up to what he wants to go for. He, as Kaka said, very even Stevens in terms of gold, almost just around 200 in favor of Phoenix side, but they are up in jungle objectives, even though they're down in kills, but have also got majority of the towers also of this match.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what you get when you draft Ziggs onto your composition as well. Just so damn good at taking these turrets with the satchel as well. We are into a pause right here, but the next dragon fight that is going to come in 2 minutes, it's going to be very essential. And for the side of We Tried Gaming, I think they have to be on their toes at all times, because we have seen from Phoenix Gaming in the last game that any sort of mistake that comes out from the side of We Tried, it will be punished by taking that Baron very, very quickly. And look at the champions as well, that they have the Jax, the Kindred, the Ziggs, all really, really good at dealing damage to objectives, so they can take it really fast as well. Uh, we tried though have done pretty well so far, only falling behind by 200 goals. That's barely anything. Look at the number of pink wards that they have in their inventories as well. A total of, well, let me count, 7 pink wards coming in for their side right there. Hira also has 2 items completed for himself, so he's looking to get those resets in the team fight. The Samira on Samir will be getting her 3rd item as well pretty soon, I'm sure. The Lord Dominic's or Mortal Reminder, whatever he chooses to build. And then that's a very, very scary Samira in team fights.
Yeah, that Samira will be looking to a lot of damage. Even the last one, if she didn't get nailed down, she was doing so much damage in the bot side when they had that matchup where they overextend a bit from Phoenix Gaming after they did get that kill. Her art just came up. She was trying to channel it as much as she can, but she just got put down in the dirt before that. So, if honestly, if we try to provide enough, shielding or enough space for her to go for her full out combo, it's going to be hard for the side of Phoenix Gaming. And you talk about Ziggs getting a lot of turrets, but he's also denying a lot, especially with his ultimate, right? So many times, even in the top
Yeah.
tier one, when the side of We Tried were going for it, he just throws one R over there and he neutralizes the wave. We try can't go further, they have to back off. So that's where the Ziggs pick does come in phenomenally in terms of macro of what he can do. He is quite up in terms of CS on the Samira right now, but this is towards the later stage of this game where it's not making that much of a difference. Essentially, the Kindred has fallen far behind as well in terms of CS, more than 44 CS behind. The Viego has you call it the Kraken Slayer, has the Sunderer Sky, so he's also pretty good at melting tanks in the forms of the Galio, the Jax, the what do you call it, the Leona in these team fights. So that's the one factor to look out. It's also if he gets some resets, if go for mistime ultimates with the Shaibo, given that he's using it a lot of times when the Hydra goes in for kind of solo plays, and that's not available for the team fights. That's also where maybe the Viego of the side of We Tried will shine.
Yeah, and having said that, we are going to jump into the game. Phoenix Gaming still have a lot of priority towards that mid side of the map, and I think that is going to be something that they can build on. Clearing just a lot of vision. Look at that, the number of wards that they have put up as well, and denied especially. There's only 2 wards for the side of We Tried on the map currently. Make that 3 now. So that is something that they can definitely look to change as this game progresses. Rift Maker, pretty sure, is going to come in for the Galio very soon. Leandries for the Zig. So a lot of person-based damage coming for the both of them. Look at that. 4 wards just got spotted off that the plant right there. And there's a dive towards the top side of the map. Casa is going to flash away and then Justice Punch. So ends up back to the place where he flashed from. Is going to get caught and die. The cavalry is not there, unfortunately, for Casa to rescue him, and he will pay for it with his life. Let's see what we tried can take away from this, as it looks like they are going to start this Baron pretty soon. The Shy Boy is going to get flashed on and engaged by a Nomanizer right there.
Ooh,
Is
and
going
he
to
goes
flash
down.
out but did not use his ultimate. Hira finishes off that kill, and I think this is going to be Baron very easy for the side of V. Tried two very quick picks, and Phoenix Gaming have been caught sleeping.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Slimming Shyboy not even thinking about that his ultimate might be necessary over there. Does fall down now. You know, the
But
Ziggs
Booyah
is
is
trying to
dealing a
put a
lot
lot
of
of poke.
damage here.
This is a lot of poke. Maybe now we try to have to back off. That's
Oh
so much
wow.
poke coming from the Ziggs. The Leona ultimate has to be cleansed by Samira over there, and this Ziggs was just enough alone to deter them from taking Baron over there on the top side.
Yeah, Booyah just playing that champion so well. Even finding angles, on the sides of that Baron, gets the damage down, and he is going to deny the Baron take on his own right there. And the Phoenix, I mean, they are going to get this third dragon, the soul point for themselves, off the back of that heroic poke coming out from the side of Booyah. That was really well done.
Yeah, absolutely well done, and it even results in Phoenix Gaming getting the Drake for themselves, getting Soul Chemtech point for themselves. Given that we try to have to go for those backs, especially being so low in HP bars, and so very well played by the APC of Phoenix Gaming over here. We are doing a phenomenal job for themselves once on the Ezreal in game one, now on the Ziggs in game two. Denied a lot of turrets also that Phoenix Retry did go for, and also planted a lot of turrets for his own side. Now that's why there are 3 towers up onto the side of Retread. Now it's only the Baron that's up as the terms of objective at the 26-minute mark. They are trying to go on to
We've
the gallery. The
seen this story
TP is
before.
being challenged on the Jax, but now here's backup as well for Phoenix Gaming's side, and now a lot of damage coming in. There goes down the Viego before he even gets a reset. Now the Kindred is safe to go for ultimate to save his own mid laner. There goes down Samira as well in the hands of Hydra. Rel goes down as well in this fight, and now the Olaf is trying to go rampant with his ultimate, but he will be going down. It's a shutdown in the terms of Hydra. The Swain will be getting the Galio before he goes down, but that's a 5-man wipe for 2 of Phoenix Gaming, 2 for 5 in their favor, and that's now an open Baron for themselves.
Yeah, and it looked like it was deja vu for the side of Casa right there, getting caught. But this time his team was there. The Shy Boy was there to trade the kills. Kira ends up dying first. And it's a 5-for-2 at the end of that team fight. It's going to be Baron for the side of Phoenix, who are now looking like they might just run away with this. Really well played from the side of Booyah and Hydra in that team fight, especially. 6, 2, and 5 on that Jax, and 2, 0, and 4 on Ziggs. 3 items completed for both of these champions. These are the carries, and they are looking really, really strong going forward in this game. And now let's see what they can do with the Baron buff in their hands.
Yeah, this was all going in Retry's favor until that fight there on the top side, especially after Phoenix Booyah denies that Baron earlier on. Now Phoenix Gaming pick up them own Baron. They have the goal lead as well. It's around 2k goal in their favor, and now it's up to Retry to deny this last Drake that Phoenix Gaming need to get the Soul Chem Tech for themselves. And now Booyah is a big man that does so much poke damage before even the fights do honestly break out. So, and now the Samira is also getting neutralized pretty early on in the fight, so that denies a lot of avenues for where Retry can do damage. Olaf did channel his ultimate, but it was just not enough HP bar in that fight. Now with the Baron buff, they're pushing the mid lane, they're pushing the bot lane, they're pushing the top lane. They're doing everything that you should be doing with a Baron. Pretty standard play coming from Phoenix Gaming, and it's proving to be useful games. It's scattering so many of the members of Retry right now.
Yeah, 100%. Phoenix Gaming just playing it by the book, opting out for the 1-3-1. The Gallia is going to push towards that top side of the map. Hydra doing the same towards that bot side of the map. Is 2 levels up on to Tankistan right there. Has, of course, completed 3 items. Is going to get the Vitsend pretty soon as well. The game will be resumed very shortly, guys. And yeah, not a lot of wave clear from the side of Wheat, right? The Swain has some, but it's not enough, and that might be problematic uh, for the side of Wheat, right? As Booyah can just use a couple of his Qs and the wave is gone, and then just keep on pushing towards that inhibitor turret and then the inhibitor itself. And look at the wave, that's such a big wave towards that bot side of the map as well for Hydra. Uh, is going to look to take that turret towards that bot side of the map. There's a rotation coming in towards the top side
Ooh,
of the
what a
map
call
from the
out
side
over
of
here onto
Phoenix.
the Galio, but it's just not
I
enough
think
you
he
can
should be
do.
fine.
Yeah, he's absolutely fine. The feed, the Ziggs in the mid lane is pretty much going to be melting so much of that wave. It's very hard for the Samir to match up. Now Hydra with his empowered Baron minions, the bot side also doing a lot. That just that cannon alone with that Baron buff does so much damage from afar. Hard for the Olaf to reach it essentially. And now you can see the Viego's trying to maybe look either mid or top, but just not getting what he should be doing in that scenario. In the bot side, the Jax is still hammering away at the tier 2. The Olaf is desperately trying to defend it. It's just a matter of seconds before it breaks either way in either team's favor, depending on how it works out over here.
Yeah, 100%. I think that turret is going to go down. The cannon doing so much damage there. Yuko just went down as well. The top turret will go down as well. See its demise as Satchel was used from the side of Booyah onto that turret. That's going to be 2 tier 2 turrets for the favor of Phoenix right there. And Hydra is just dealing so much damage to Tankistan under that turret, and that's the story of the game as well. One counter pick, and the Olaf is just well towards the late game. That champion scales off massively anyway. The 4th dragon, the soul is going to spawn for the side of Phoenix. So let's see if they decide to recall and move towards that side, as Hydra is going to take the bottom tier inhibitor. Is going to deal a lot of damage as well. Still has not taken it. Is going to do so. Has to burn his flash to get away.
But he's called 2 members towards him. That's just a lot of pressure being put onto the side of Retry. That allows the top inhibitor to go down instead over there. It's just a matter of seconds now for Phoenix Gaming. Just the amount of pressure they're applying across the map. And even now, that last schem drake that they desperately do need has spawned. The backs have come. They try to reset. But what are Retry doing instead? They're trying to get there as fast as possible. Try to melt it down.
Even if you get there, I think they get aced right there. I don't think that's a great call. Even if you get the dragon, you are going to lose a few members, as the Ziggs ultimate is going to come in. Hydra jumps into 4 people, is going to use his counter strike right there, uses his ultimate as well, is going to queue away from trouble. And wow, we tried have just gotten away from a robbery right there.
Side. They're trying to prevent WeTry's members from backing out. The Galio is over there, has the Riftmaker. But look at this, the Flash Storm lands onto the Sway and the Samira. This is Phoenix Gaming catching out the members of WeTry. An excellent call by Kasa with that TP play over there. And that's 3 members, sorry, 2 members of WeTry. That definitely should be game, as Kaka definitely rightly put it out over there. They can just march away. This inhibitor is already down. They have 2 super minions as well. Not much you can do, not much wave clear the side of the Olaf, Diego, and Rel. The 1 turret goes down, the 2nd turret just about to fall down in the Nexus. The Galio just for extra protection. Phoenix Gaming are marching in the way. The Rel looks like to be the first member falling down over here, and the Samir and Olaf can just look as their base is in shambles, and Phoenix Gaming are looking set to win semi-final 1 of Harsh Khelraay Community Clash over here.
Yeah, and they are going to find themselves in yet another finals. Really well played from the side of Phoenix Gaming. They get 1 Baron, they shut the game off, lights out, and that's going to be it for the side of We Tried in this tournament, as they finish in the 3rd, 4th spot. But congratulations to Phoenix Gaming. That 2nd game was really flawless, really beautiful comp and executing to perfection right there. Getting 1 Baron buff, getting 2 inhibitors. I mean, they did lose the dragon, but if you can trade the Nexus for it, as we saw in game 1 as well, I think it just works out pretty well. And the boys from Sri Lanka, as you keep pointing out, have made their way into the finals yet again.
Yeah, once again in the finals of a 50k tournament over here, the boys should be proud, especially of the calls they made towards the later. That was a very good call from the galley over there to cut out the We Tried members with that TP over there. So just amazing play. You cut out most people. Now you have no wave clear, nothing you can do on the side of We Tried. Now you just finish it off here. 2-0 done, dusted series. And just let's look a bit at the crucial moments of this match that led up to it, because it was pretty, even Stevens, like at least 10 minutes, 12 minutes, or 15 minutes into the game. But then you can see a couple of times We Tried members did catch out Phoenix Gaming's members, but this is like one of the scenarios right now. The Suede does come in, the Galio's ultimate does get interrupted, the Kindred ultimate can just hold out for so long. Nice rail pull in from them as well. So it did look like We Tried were kind of making a comeback in the series early on, but just Phoenix Gaming kind of snowballed later on, especially with the Jax very excellently matching the Olaf and coming out a couple of times on top of those exchanges.
Yeah, 100%. I think the biggest turning point, I think the game was pretty even, but the biggest turning point was again in the top side of the map where Casa did get caught for the second time actually in the same fashion, but his team was there to follow up, and that was a 3-for-5 in favor of Phoenix, as we will see pretty soon. And the Baron was taken as well off that one team fight, and I think that was the alarm bells for the side. I mean, here this was a great play coming in from the side of We Tried. The Olaf comes in, he takes the triple kill right here, they get the dragon as well, so that was really well played. But then, I mean, just one throw, that is all it takes for the side of Phoenix Gaming. They just made We Tried pay for their mistakes, and how just ending the game off one Baron buff.
Yeah, absolutely. Over here, you can see the Hydra does get caught out. He has the backup, but look who's here. We try to have a better backup essentially in this system. The Kindred goes down, the Jax goes down. Just not much to be said. And this is where, a bit of the goal lead was more in favor of We Tried. As Kaka said, pretty even Stevens until now. This exchange on the top side, you can see Casa's trying to get towards his turret. He gets caught by the Sway, but instantly as he gets rooted, that comes in right there from the Jax from the bot side, and this is where all the members of Phoenix Gaming just collapse over here. And Casa takes so much to actually go down essentially in that fight, but when you think you're about to get him, that's where the Kindred ultimate comes in as the clutch. The Ziggs bomb also comes in from afar, and one by one WTD members do fall down. They do end up picking Casa at the end of this fight, but there's just so many more members that you've lost in favor of the two that you pick up from Phoenix Gaming side. And now Phoenix Gaming even have a fewer shot at that Baron after that, and that's when they just completely kind of snowballed out of control. Last year fight, there's nothing you can do. Excellent call from the mid laner. Phoenix Gaming their IGL as well with the TP in the bot side. Does outplay them quite significantly in the side of We Tried, and that's just GG. And that's Phoenix Gaming heading to the grand finals there tomorrow to yet once again battle it out to try and be champions of another community clash.
Yeah, and just looking at the scoreboard as well, I think this game was very even. 48 to 47k gold is what I saw before the Baron was taken and that team fight. I think that was the turning point as well. 3 dragons to 2. 8,000 gold difference between the teams when the game ended. No Elder Dragons. 1 Baron buff is all that was needed for the side of Phoenix Gaming to end the game. 3-3 in Reft. Void Grubs, and 1 Rift Herald for the side of We Tried. So a really close game, a really close series. But the score was 2-0. So yeah, congratulations to Phoenix Gaming. Yet another final for them, and let's see if they can win this one as well. Let's look at the crucial MVP for this game too as well, and I think it should be the Yordle in the bot lane. That's who it's going to be. 9.3 CS per minute, 14k gold, 976 damage per minute. That's very high. 3-0 and 6, so ended up not dying at all in such a bloody game. Really well played by Booyah. Of course, as you pointed out in game as well, just kept on taking those turrets, kept on denying the turret takes by using his ultimate very wisely, and I think he really was the difference maker in this game.
Yeah, and this is where you can see the drafting of Phoenix Gaming getting a bit of the edge over We Tried side, especially the Ziggs pick up. Just well played by this man. Had a phenomenal performance on the Ezreal also in game 1. Shows that he can play the APC just as well. Denies so much. Keeps himself just that bit of away from the action where he's not even in the cryo of dying or even ends up, dying at all. He gets 3 kills, 6 assists, and I think this man has more than these numbers can point out, given the way he saved turrets, took turrets, just a lot of pressure, especially during that Baron play where he prevented the entire side of Vitry's members from taking that Baron where most of his team was dead. So that's just where, in my mind, he just booked himself as the MVP right there.
Yeah, 100%. Let's look at the top 5 summoners as well for in this tournament so far. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of players from these two teams right here, as they have played more games than anyone else. And there you go, Booyah and the Shy Boy. Booyah, 41 kills, only 10 deaths. The Shy Boy, 33 kills and only 11 deaths. But look at Kagura, 19 kills and 2 deaths. This guy has been on it in this one so far. The only one from the side of Taiseng Warriors coming in. But yeah, Booyah and the Shy Boy, I think rightly so as well, the top 2 summoners in the top 5 so far in the Harsh Khelraay Community Clash.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do see Vitry members, but I think they will go a bit down given that we are continuing on with the tournament without them right now, who go home in the 3rd, 4th place with that 10k INR. But I think we'll see even more Taiseng members as well, given tomorrow's matchup where they're playing in the semifinals too. So I cannot wait to see that matchup. But yeah, the Shy Boy and Booyah, 2 of the MVPs of today, definitely rooting themselves in the top 2 summoner spots over here, the top 5 ranks. But so as Kaka very nicely pointed out, Kagura only 2 deaths. This man has been very, very well played in terms of his safety and the way he's playing it. So I'm very interested to see what he does in show for us tomorrow. But yes, once again, very well played by the boys from Vitry. We're pretty even in the matchups pretty early on. Just towards the end point of it, just a bit of fumbles here, there, and getting caught out is what led to Phoenix Gaming being the victors today.
Yeah, and guys, if you want to see your face in the top 5 rankings in any of these tournaments, do join the LOL INSA Discord server. Participate in these tournaments. We have these going forever and hopefully a lot more to come in as well in the future. There's a lot of fun events going on as well, so stand a chance to win epic skins. And yeah, do not miss out. Even if you are someone new to the game, there's a lot of players who will be very happy to help you out in your journey, in this League of Legends journey so far. Guys, we do have one more semi-final coming in tomorrow between Dahaka and Taiseng Warriors. We just saw Kagura, 19 kills and 2 deaths, so he will be on display as well, so don't miss out. That will be semi-final number 2. Whoever wins will face Phoenix Gaming in the grand finals. That will be the day after tomorrow, 22nd December on Sunday. And yeah, Madness, any closing thoughts from you after this series?
Yeah, the closing thoughts at this point are going to be someone has to match up Phoenix Gaming's macro at this point, because they have been phenomenal with it towards the later stages of the games. And also, I think they're the ones who are going to be gonna have that day off and gonna watch tomorrow's semi-finals as well and see who will be facing them in the finals. And I can't wait to watch how that matchup goes. And with that being said, guys, we will be taking our break from today, but please do tune in tomorrow around the same time for the semi-finals too, and can't wait to see you then.
See you guys.
System. Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.